Hello, everybody out there. I don't know if you can hear me, but if you subscribe to my channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button, then the notification bell, just like that, and then hit all videos. And you can do that for any of your favorite YouTubers. So do it for me if you consider me one of your favorite YouTubers. Yeah, so you hit the notification bell and all videos, all right? Okay. Hello and welcome. This is Grant Hughes of Grant Hughes Investigates on YouTube. This channel evaluates all aspects of true crime. As you are aware, videos and live streams in this genre often discuss elements of crime that may be disturbing to some viewers. If necessary, take the precautions needed to avoid these feelings. Factual information related to cases is the key to fostering rational true crime discussions. Fortunately, you will find that here. Please hit the like button only once, share the video, and subscribe if you like my content. Thank you very much for watching. There we go.
Stupid is being nice.
You're an absolute moron. Hey, you hear that? Spirit box. I got a spirit box going. Killing a little body. Skipper. Scoop. Wow, did you hear that right? Then it said bat shit. I definitely heard that. I don't know about you, but alright. Anyways, here we are. We are on another night. What did you guys think of the video earlier? Put in the comments what you thought of the I just made the video. We did the show last night, but I just put the interview out there. I thought that a lot more people wanted to see it in that format, I think. It's weird. It has a lot more views than you guys see. I can tell you that. The last I saw was like 34,000 views in a 5-hour period of time. That's pretty crazy. No, he's definitely credible. In fact, we found I think Zozo found, we found the, well, there's a guy that I communicate with who found his Reddit account. And it's just like tons and tons of comments. He refers to his stepdaughter, which is weird because I thought he was just a boyfriend. I don't know what the situation is there, you guys. I have no idea. Hey, thanks, Junipers, Tarot, and Astrology. Hey, Grace, sending love to the Freak Fan. Yeah, so we're doing a later show tonight, so if you guys are out there and this is one of the few channels on YouTube that actually makes a difference in the true crime world. When I do my shows and people send in super chats, the ad revenue that I get from videos like today, the channel memberships, and at the end of the month I donate a huge portion of it to various true crime related charities. And last year, in 2023, we did $57,350 out of the income from the channel, and $62,000 the year before that. There were some crazy huge cases back then. So if you're out there and you're able to help support the channel on a nightly basis like we do, that'd be great. All right, it helps me do what I do. It helps support me have a channel, and then at the same time I donate a large portion to, and when I say large portion, I think it comes out to like 33% of the gross income and 50% of the net revenue from YouTube. All right? Awesome. Hey, thanks, Spencer B.
Hey, Gray, sending love, heart, to the Freak Fam just in time for the spirit box. I'm still magical, Gray, and still love ya. Sparkling heart.
Just in time for the spirit box. That's awesome. Yeah. well, you guys would allow me to be able to do it. So I consider you guys incredibly generous yourselves, and that's how we're able to do it. We also have a scholarship fund. If you're new here, we give two $3,000 scholarships out a year in honor of fallen freaks, because we call ourselves the Freak Family. And you know, when people pass away, that's in honor of them. You know, we've been doing this show for, I don't know, 5-6 years live, and we've had 4 or 5 different, you know, Freak family members pass away that I'm aware of. You know, a few different mods, and you know, it's something that we do. And then we also have those are the closest things to our hearts, I guess. And then we also have a DNA fund that we've put $82,000 into to identify Jane and John Does. We work with Identifinders International, and we donate to Intermountain Forensics, who then allocates the money directly to them. And we have multiple cases in the works currently. And we've solved with our funds, I think, 5, maybe 4 or 5 cases so far. Yeah, one of them was a serial killer victim who was never identified, even though he was already charged with her murder. And we gave her name back, and multiple other people. So there you go. That is the... Hey, thank you very much. No for show, Kathy Chapin, Tawny Lee, Rhonda A, Spencer B, and Juniper, Tarot and Magic. All right. Anyways, we've got a whole bunch of stuff to go over, various posts he's made on Reddit over the years, and you know, it's sort of interesting. You can get the username and then type in keywords, etc. And keep in mind, we always have a lot of trolls that show up to these kind of shows and comment under the videos. You know what? One of the things I find astonishing is under the video that I just put earlier, the guy, you know, the Chase guy was nice enough to call in, and you have a bunch of like virtue signaling, holier than thou wackos that comment and say, "Wow, this guy, he should have called somebody." And it's just so ridiculous. You know, focus on the freaking killer, okay? It's Stephan, you know, the whack job. That's the bad person. Hey, CaliGal3, what's going on? How you been doing? Send me an email, CaliGal3. I wanted to check in on you, see what the hell's going on over there.
Chewbacca?
Send me your number. I think I had your number before, but I can't find it.
Thanks for all you do. R.I.P. Sweet Madeline.
I mean, I've sent you emails to check on you, but you don't seem to check them anymore. I bet, you know what I think it is? You've met somebody, okay, and you're out there and you're ignoring us. I get it. I get it. Our mods keep the trolls out pretty good, yeah. But here's the thing is, why are you bitching about some guy that called in to do an interview? I mean, not an interview, just to tell his story. I think it added a great deal of context. We learned some stuff from it. You don't need to be in there judging people. You don't know what you would have done when you were 20-something years old, or, you know. I do too, Gray. I would have been the greatest. Okay, good for you. All right, you sell people that. Yeah, I appreciate that he called in. All right, and we'll open up the lines here in a little bit, and if there's anybody else out there that might know him, that'd be amazing. But what you guys do is you make it so that... Okay, CaliGal 2. All right. So how's it going? Jessica Schubach, Richard Watts, who only types in all caps, everybody. Allie Cake, Linda Howe, Diane L.S., Paulette Leonard, Zozo, Timothy Cecil, who just went through his own little crazy situation. Like a campus shooting, and it was actually like his roommate, and he knew the people. I mean, it was wild stuff. We had too many other things going on. Maybe we'll have you call in one of these days, though, about it. Not tonight, though. And Youper Girl, CaliGal 3, Wool Lab, Saltina, Wenchido, Linda Howe is in Linda Moulden Howe of the Cattle Mutilations and Crop Circles.
Email coming your way.
Pop Circle.
Haha, not guy here.
Well, you love my dogs. Yeah, people love... I actually have notebooks of the dogs. I mean, if you're ever interested, I mean, I know it's like... I don't know if I have it sitting right here, but I have these notebooks where I had a whole series on Blue, and then I've got this one on Chloe right here, the one in the back with the GHI logo. And look at that, she even stamps it with her foot there. And yeah, you send it to whatever. It just, if you send $30 to PayPal, you get the notebook, a pen, and a stress ball. And God, look at Blue. Looks like he's about ready to pass out right there. Look at it. Holy crap. Look at Blue. Cleaning himself. Yeah, I've got like 8 in this file up here, so if anybody else wants them, you can be added to the batch there. Well, thank you. All right, so I don't know how we want to get started here tonight, but there's a whole bunch of stuff that's come out. So I guess we could take a look at this first one here. It's from Penny Gezer on Facebook. It says, Florida law enforcement was able to locate Madeline Soto yesterday, and it wasn't by accident. It was a tip called in by a local who saw Stephan Sterns parked on the side of the road. His tip led law enforcement to finding Madeline. Some heroes don't wear capes. There you go. So that's how she was found. I didn't realize that. I thought they were kind of just tracking camera footage and so forth. And let's see what else we got here. Well, you know what? I think we'll just get right into these crazy Reddit posts, right? And then maybe we'll open up the lines after that, and then people can call in. How's that sound? Okay. So he has a Reddit handle, and it's called Sustanet, like Sustanet, Sustinet. And he has all these little ones on here related to Madeline. I mean, look at these things. This one was 7 months ago. It says, oops, I did it again. Another color shifting custom uni shell, this time a purple uni for my stepdaughter. Right? So he's out there, you know, making these little crazy, I mean, look at the, what adult male, by the way, plays with these right here, unless you're kind of, you know, like this guy, a pedo. I mean, it's ridiculous. Tama male got a couple of 20th anniversary mini Tamagotchis, one for me and one for my stepdaughter. Hold on, let me check something here. Is that no, that's not. I don't know who Tama Mail is. Maybe that's just the name of the site. But anyways, he got one for him and one for his stepdaughter. This right here is the early stage of grooming right here. Right? That's exactly what this is right here. No doubt about it. And then here's another one. Not really Tamamail, more like Digimail, Monmail, I don't know, LOL, but there's some 20th Digimon, and hold on, let me get rid of this comment off the screen there. And an X I just had delivered last night. Got the green and X for myself and the purple for my stepdaughter. He probably shows his stepdaughter these posts. Look, I mentioned you. Right? Don't you think? This guy's sick. Fired up my smart after letting it sit for almost 6 months or so, and now I'm addicted again. Also visited JYW, not sure what that is, and pre-ordered the one-piece smart set for myself, and then the anniversary party smart set for my stepdaughter, along with screen protectors. My wallet is screaming, send help. I mean, this guy is just, wow. There is something that's really weird here that I gotta show you. I would say about 25 years ago, I have a program called Poser that I use, and there's this guy that made a 3D model, and he made it free to download. It was called 40 something. Well, I'll show it to you in a minute, and it looks exactly like this. So I think it's like a Japanese character or something like that. You'll see though here in a minute. But this one says, girlfriend's daughter wants to paint her. That's what. Okay, it was a Space Marine. That's exactly what this thing is. So it's probably just a standard look, I guess. With night haunt gloom, and I have to say it looks pretty damn good. As much color for armor as a main color for armor. Okay. All right. So you got that one, and then I think this is when it's finished here. So I guess that is a Space Marine. I didn't realize that that's what that's called. So now it makes sense. Watch this. Look at this. Let me show it to you. So this guy, I've had this for like 20 years. It's just a model. You can pose it around and have it do stuff. And it looks exactly the same. It even has the backpack on there. So if you go back to like that image, look at that. That's like almost the exact same character. And I've had this since like 1990 something at the latest. 98 probably. It was just a model somebody built because you can, this is a program that I have that has tons of different 3D characters. Here it is right here. Well, you can see it in this folder over here. It's called 40K, but it's Space Marine. So pretty weird, but yeah, it's the same. You get now he's all twisted up, but you have to pose him around. You can have him move and do different things, but just thought that was pretty weird. I was like, I totally recognize it. So this one says, the finished product, my girlfriend's 9-year-old daughter, so this must be 3 years ago, planned and painted this scheme with a bit of help from me on the helmet and small bits. She's very proud and it looks pretty darn good. I mean, it's just, this guy is weird. He's showing her what he's saying, right? Like, look how much I care. Look at what I'm saying. It's ridiculous. And then there's this one here. Tried Mexican candy for the first time last week. Did not much care for it at all. Care for it at first, not until my third try. Then the flavors clicked with my palate, and I started to enjoy them. Now, several Amazon orders later, I'm addicted. I really love the lollipops so far. Still waiting on tamarind hard candies. So that he's trying to, all of this is like playing towards little kids, right? It's ridiculous. I don't know what that one popped up for another search. I can't remember. Received my Gen 1 a few days ago, and since the last one I owned was about 25 years ago, I just had to find out what the newer ones were like. And with my girlfriend's daughter's birthday coming up, cue the Amazon overnight option, she and I now each have our own picks to enjoy. Here's mine. Oh, jeez. Is this, it makes you wonder if all this is code for something. Is this like, are there groups out there and all of this kind of the way they talk in here is code for something else? But you can say it in the open because it seems like you're talking about your Tamagotchi, but are they really saying other things? What do you guys think? If you go through them, they all kind of sound somewhat similar, It's almost like, okay, he's done with the painting. Does that mean he's got some photos available if anybody wants to get a hold of him? Something like that. I don't know. Just a thought, but it just sort of, the way it's worded doesn't seem too natural, right? It's kind of... Yeah, I know those groups exist. Mini Ray. I'm sure you visit them quite often, but what I'm trying to tell you is that I think that it's possible the way he's communicating in here with other people of like-minded that go on there could be like code the way he's talking. All right. No, obviously the group exists because he's commenting on the group. Yeah. Right. Yeah, I don't know anything about what you said. The stickers on the car, I don't really know what that means. Yeah. Yeah, who knows? Yeah, who knows? That's what I was saying. But look at this, you guys. We've completely died down yet again. Let's keep it going in here so we can have a good night and get the month started well. All right, so we got, those are the ones that I found that just had the word daughter in it. All right, and these are ones, some of these are ones that Zozo was looking up on a different way. I'm sure there's a ton more out there. But he was on, I mean, he was just making crazy comments all over the place. Right, that's what it seems like, Cuckoo Bananas, that he was peddling in it. And apparently he does have a Dropbox account as well. So there's somebody that's looking into it. So apparently there's some sort of a, Dropbox, and perhaps he's doing Keegan Kline kind of stuff, right? All right, so here's one right here. This one says, how do you feel about parents snooping on their kids' messages if they think their kids are up to something bad? Can you believe that? And he actually responded to this. Thanks, Caligal3. Anybody else out there want to help out, support the channel tonight? That's how he made money, selling pictures. Maybe he might have been filming her. He did, actually. On his phone, Caligal3, there were videos and images of him doing stuff with her. I mean, I don't want to get too graphic, but it's on the, I don't know if you've seen it, but if you send me an email, I'll send you back the arrest warrant. It's got, some of it's redacted, but it's pretty disgusting. Hey, thank you, Deco Trash and Dana 1972. And then he says, I don't have to defend my parenting methods at all. See, what's weird is nobody said that. How do you feel about parents snooping on their kids' messages if they think their kids are up to something bad? And then he says, I don't have to defend my parenting methods at all? Well, who are you talking to? We only had to snoop once because my stepdaughter's cousin came to us and told us that she had been talking to an older girl online on Roblox, probably him actually, and that girl had been pressing my 10-year-old stepdaughter to send her nudes. How much you want to bet that older person is him? I mean, I would bet you money, man. That required an inspection of her devices by her mother and verifying whether or not it was true and whether anyone else had approached her or anything else dangerous might be happening. Then we had a conversation with her about the dangers of doing those things, the laws against it, and how not everyone online is who they say they are. Yeah, like you. So tell me, did we handle that wrong? Do you think she hates us for it? What is your expert opinion on that situation? Oh, right, I forgot. I don't give a flying F about your opinion on the matter because you have literally zero effing experience and your opinion is worthless. Thanks for trying, though. I'm sure he said some things that really got under your skin. He probably was like onto you from the beginning. All right, there's one. And here's one. Look at this one. I'm pregnant and I don't know what to do. He said, like it or not, this is something you may need help with. You may be scared or embarrassed to talk to a trusted friend or a family member, but it's probably the right thing to do. You need to get ahead of this. You need a game plan. You need support. Who the hell is he talking to in this one? Is this like a teen group here? I mean, this is ridiculous. Wow, just wow, Half Rudder said. All right, here's another one. And thanks, Zozo, for finding a lot of these. I went down a different route, just typed in her name. Maybe we can try some searches later using the same account. If you guys want to look up other things, try to find something he may have said. Thanks, I do still technically, let's see, current, I don't know what he's responding to. Thanks, I do technically have it, but I was sent a pink one by accident, and then I gifted it to my girlfriend's daughter because she really wanted it, so I don't consider it to be part of my own collection anymore. The funny thing, okay, so that's weird, right? But I sent the pink one by accident, and then I gifted it to my girlfriend's now ex-girlfriend. So maybe when they were living together, he was called stepdad, and maybe they broke up, and that's why the mom said that he came to my house and picked her up for school. Right? So doesn't that sort of make a little sense there? That maybe they were broken up at the time of this incident, because he wasn't living there, it seems like. I don't know. I'm not sure. And then it became sort of like live-in stepdad, and then she said, yeah, I know she said that, but then she changed it right after that to from we to him picking her up. Girlfriend's now ex-daughter, because she really wanted it, so I don't consider it to be part of my own collection anymore. The funny thing is, she played it for about 2 days and decided it was too difficult, so now it sits unused. LOL. I want to add one of my own to my collection again, though. This is 9 months ago. Maybe they got back together or something. Either a white one or a blue one, I think. I can't decide between white or blue, and the early version with the classic menu, this guy's just... Who cares, dude? You're a freaking idiot. Which one was that? Was that one? Oh, I think I just did that one. Current run. Alright, and this one. Alleged sex trafficking, rape, coercion, and confirmed general misogyny. On top of that, she's an ultra mega douche who scams, lies, and cheats to make money with no regard for the people he cheats or exploits. I don't know who they're talking about. Basically, he's an example of some of the worst that humanity has to offer. Hey, why don't you look in the mirror, dude? Why anyone would idolize this piece of trash just because he has money and flexes it beyond my comprehension. I'd rather be a hella broke and still be a decent person than to be a superficially rich and be one of the worst pieces of filth in recent human history. This guy's actually talking about himself. I once had a roommate that would take hour-long... Oh, yeah, I think he's talking about Chase here, maybe. He says, I once had a roommate that would take hour-long showers, sometimes multiple times per day. There were 3 of us in the house, and the utilities were split evenly. After I kicked his ass out, remember he said he left? And I bet that's more of the way it went. The utility bill dropped by a full 48%. So one person out of 3 was using nearly half of the utilities and only paying for a third of them. On top of that, he was terrible with rent. So that's who he's talking about. Because remember, Chase said he wasn't going to pay rent until they fixed the problems they had in there, right? The air conditioning, etc. So that's who he's talking about in this post. I would bet money on it. And this one says, as a CM, not sure what that means, I will only call young girls princess when they are literally dressed up like a princess. I figured they aren't dressed up to not be recognized for it. To not be recognized for it, LOL. Otherwise, if I need the parents to help with a lap restraint or something, I'll say the young one or little one or young friend. It really depends on the situation. What the hell is he talking about here? cast member? For what? Yeah. And this one's, my 11-year-old stepdaughter plays the smart, and that's modern Tama. That's in all Japanese. Once you learn your way around the menus, it's easy to memorize. I hardly notice the Japanese anymore. It's pretty much a non-issue after a day of fooling around with it. This guy sounds like one of the most boring humans ever in the history of the planet. Now look at this one. This is him trying to rationalize why he likes young people. Finding people to date that haven't spent all their teens and 20s in the sun with minimal sun protection, making them all look like a 70-year-old Clint Eastwood, plus all the emotional baggage and kids from first marriages or absent fathers. Honestly, dating in after 30s is a shit show these days. One begins to understand the DiCaprio strategy. I wonder if that's a code phrase that they use in their world. Hey, thanks, Morier. What? Like, why would I want someone who definitely wants me too? Why would I want someone who definitely wants me too? I don't know how to answer that. I guess it depends if you also want that person and whether or not you are turned on by them getting off to you. Okay. I have an angel gotchi that my stepdaughter wants as well. I'll probably end up gifting it to her since it was a pink one that was mistakenly delivered to me instead of the white version I had ordered. What are the benefits to being a grower versus shower and being a shower? Being a grower versus shower and vice versa. Growers have less fear while riding a bicycle, or is it growers? I don't know. But are typically a bit more self-conscious while streaking and skinny dipping. Showers never really get much bigger than they already look, while growers always leave you pleasantly surprised. What? This guy's what a nutshot. Why are you a virgin? It says because where I'm from, sex before marriage. This is, I don't know if this is him. No, he's right here. Because where I'm from, sex before marriage is not common. This isn't what he wrote. Well, you can have sex, but it's a lot of trouble, and there's also, I think she's from Malaysia. Social and legal problems. You'll face it if you are unlucky. That's why even porn websites are illegal here. We have to use VPN. That's effed up. Unfortunate. What place is it? So he's trying to figure out where they're, And they said, I'm not sure it's okay to disclose my location, but it's an Asian, but not Middle East, a country with a huge Muslim majority. I think that's probably Malaysia. Well, thanks, Morier. Man, how good is your ability to have multiple, keeping yourself from, like non-existent. I don't know how you would intentionally have one without, I'm not sure how to read this. This is like, hard to pinch, or why would you want to, I'll let you read what it says. I'm not going to, okay. As it can lead to issues that cause infertility. Look up retrograde. It's not fun. Let your swimmers fly and train yourself to keep going. After that, if you want to try multiples. What's funny is that you're the only guy he hasn't responded to. I don't know what they're talking about. You're the only guy he hasn't responded. This guy's crazy. Oh, you think that's what that is? Caligal? Yeah, I bet you're right. Yeah. Was that the previous one? Let me go back to that one. Huh. So what's a shower though? You know, if a grower is somebody that's still a kid that's growing, what's a shower? I don't really understand that. Oh, that's what you think, Daryl? Oh, you think so? Have less fear while riding a bicycle. Oh, I see. I see what you're saying. I get it. I think you're right. I think you're right there. Yeah. Yeah. I totally know what you're saying here. Yeah. That was a pretty good thought though up there, Caligal 3, I thought. But yeah, I think you guys are right there. What are you talking about, Zozo? That makes sense. God, what a weird thing to be commenting on, though. Just. Okay, we just did that one. You're assuming that I don't know what it's like to be a parent. I do. And I also understand that it's a choice in most cases and not to expect special treatment for it. But okay, here's your cookie. Now go to the back of the line, Karen. Are you a mom? I'm a man, so no, not a mom. Just a dad, and just a stepdad at that. Are you now going to try and say my opinion on parenting doesn't matter or count? Yeah, I mean, this is one here that I don't know has to do with anything. I would probably have responded exactly the same way. Because sometimes when I would have a comment on my show regarding parenting, and they go, "Do you have any kids?" and I'd say, "No." And they go, "Well, why the hell why can you have an opinion?" You know, it's like, well, because I'm a human being that can think. But now I do have two kids that we finally got them over here, and so I call them my kids. So we go do stuff. So now I can say I do and jump back in and actually have something to say. I thought that, but I think it's something to do with his job when he was at Disney. Huh? What are you guys talking about? What are you guys talking about? The job, I mean, Disney. What did we just read that had something to do with Disney? You said, Jeanette, I thought that was something to do with his job when he was at Disney. Well, which one of these ones that I read has something to do with Disney? Oh, the princess talk? Oh, yeah, when he was the CM. Okay, that makes sense. All right. The cast, what was it called again? Yeah, I know you were talking to somebody in the chat, but I didn't know what you were talking about. But now I remember which one it was. The mom didn't even know when her daughter's birthday party was. One interview, she said the birthday party was Thursday. She said it was Sunday. Well, her birthday was a different day than the party, so that might have thrown her off. Her birthday was, I think, on the 26th or something, and then her birthday might have been on the 28th. Maybe. Well, somebody said up above what CM stood for. Yeah, cast member. There you go. People should try keeping their legs closed sometime, or try birth control condoms, or hell, even put out and stop trying to make themselves out to be some sort of martyr for literally getting laid and having a baby, like that's some sort of special accomplishment. People have been doing it since the dawn of humanity. Come down off your cross. Pretty much, yeah. I work at a major theme park in a safety critical role, and I mean, he right here is even admitting he works there. So if at this point, if Disney's claiming he never worked there, I don't believe Disney. Do you? Like if Disney's saying, "Oh, he never worked there," I don't believe them, because we have the friend that called in. He said he worked there. This guy is saying he worked there, and other people have said he worked there. Disney would be just covering their ass at that point, and get to observe human nature all day long to the tune of literally thousands of people a day. And let me tell you, the outlook for the future of humanity is pretty bleak. Ah, I bet you're great on your knees. Come on, sugar. Show me that Lone Star. Jeez, this guy's... Okay, alright, well... So those are the main ones that we have. That's okay, I don't know what you're saying, so many of these creeps work there. Okay, I'm going to turn on the phones now, you guys. So if you want to call in, you're out there, maybe you know them or have something you wanted to say about it. Let's see how it goes. Yep, there we are. Yeah, so she was found somewhere in this wooded area, I believe, over here. I did see two people looking right here in this wooded area. I mean, in that little tiny strip there, but that'd be kind of stupid. But, you know, maybe you just put her there. You can only talk about sex. So how about we open up the, let's see. On Reddit, this is the profile right here. And then you can search, like, give me a word. What do you think I should search? You know, something kind of basic here that might lead to other comments, because he has like hundreds and hundreds of comments out there. Hey, thanks, Buttercup203. What do you think? Give me a word, somebody. Man, you guys are quick, I tell you. I typed in that one already. Didn't say anything. Hello. You got to turn down the audio in the background. You can't be listening to the background.
Thank you. How are you?
Pretty good. Who's this?
My name is Kathy. Thank you for putting this up on live. What I'm, concerned about is that why is this mother allowing this man, which is her ex, to come and pick Maddie up and take her to school? I mean, especially with everything going on, with all these predators going on, why is she allowing this man to take her to school? That really has me concerned because, as a parent, as a mom, and having a little girl, I mean, I wouldn't let anybody take her to school. I would take her to school myself.
But what these guys do often is they start dating a mother that has a child that they're really interested in, and they make the mother trust them, all for their final goal. And I don't know what happened where he ended up killing her, because he was already doing stuff in grooming and literally performing acts with her for a couple of years. But then I think something changed, and my theory is that maybe he got her pregnant and she said something, and now it would give him away and he had to kill her. That's about the only reason I could think. Wow. Like, why kill her now, right? I mean, this is just a theory. It has nothing, there's no factual basis, but I'm thinking through it, like, why would he, after he'd already been with her, she could have said, I'm going to tell somebody, but he probably could have convinced her not to in some way, but if she was pregnant, he'd have no out. He knows that they would then try to investigate, ask her questions, and then it would lead back to him, and then he'd be screwed. So that would be the only reason that I was thinking
That
of.
sounds like very, yeah, that sounds very,
But I think he was
that
using.
could be true.
I think he was using the mother, and I think somebody said that the mother's autistic. I don't know if that's a reality or not, but she does seem a little different, like just slightly.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
But
what
I have a feeling that maybe because as a mother, we also, you have those gut feelings. I mean, it's been years that they've been together. You have a gut feeling if something's going on. I mean, I understand maybe she has her little issues or something, but, she seems like a person that can work and can take care of her bills and can take care of her house. So, I mean, if it was going on I have a feeling, even though I feel for her, because of course, this is her daughter and she's, she destroyed, but I have a feeling that she might have known a little bit more than she's saying.
Yeah, I don't think that's unreasonable
yeah.
to think that she might have known more.
Yes, yes. And also, why are they not, out there, searching for her? Why is she in the house waiting for Maddie to come home?
Yeah.
If it was me, I would be out there. I would be out there putting posters, doing something. No, she decides to stay home and wait till Maddie gets home, and that's
well, she might have thought, like, what if her daughter called from somewhere? Wouldn't you want to be there to answer the phone when you have other people out?
You have a cell phone.
Well, that's true. That's true. That's a good point. The cell phones. Yeah. I guess it's not. People don't even use landlines anymore. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, I would be out there like a crazy woman, and looking for my daughter, putting posters, setting up one of those a post where everybody can come in and volunteers and everything. What's going on? Why is she not doing that? So yeah. It's a little. The mom. I feel for her, but I feel a little suspicious. I hope that the cops are also interrogating her and looking through her things and everything, because maybe she doesn't have anything to do with it, but just for her not saying anything, and that right there, she's guilty of not protecting her daughter if she felt that there might be something going on.
Yeah.
Yes, but thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate
I think
you my call.
You made good points there, definitely. So
yes.
Well, thank you for calling in.
I appreciate you taking your call, and we hope that we get justice for Maddie.
That's true. Yeah, I mean that's really what it's all about now. But right now we're also trying to figure out, like, what in the hell? Where did this guy come from? He's never even been arrested for anything like this.
Yeah.
But it was interesting in the interview with his friend that he stabbed somebody when he was 14, and apparently he was like had a crazy mom. And just a weird life, so.
No, and I'm glad that his friend, was able to call and give a little insight on who he is and what happened, because, like you said, we've never, he hasn't gotten arrested or anything. And maybe if he did, work with Disney, if he doesn't have a criminal record, how does Disney know that he's a predator? So
that's true.
It's just he was just totally under under the radar.
So she wouldn't have known either. Yeah, I mean, so I think there's a really good chance that he just duped the mother, but there's also a chance. I'm more in favor. I'm more on the side that she had no clue what he was doing. But it wouldn't shock me at all if what you said was true. So that's where I'm at. It wouldn't even faze me a bit. I wouldn't go, wow, that's crazy. My opinion, though, just watching her, it doesn't feel like she was aware, and this guy was just manipulating and just at one, she had no idea that he was going to be doing what he did right here. That's just my.
But for example, when she said we, why is she saying we?
Well, because sometimes people say that. Like I say we on my channel when I put out a video. I go, yeah, we put out a video last week that was. So it's kind of like you're referring to us as a team unit, and then sometimes I'll say, I put out. Yeah, and then like 2 seconds later, she said when he went and picked her up, right?
Right. So. Then she said that yes. It's like I don't know. I know she, she looks destroyed and everything, but I have a feeling that she knows a little bit more than she's saying, and probably she's scared. Like probably she is scared. Probably she was scared, and then probably he was telling her things, to make her scared. But I feel that she might have known a little bit more because of mother's intuition. We have that intuition that something's wrong with our child, and it's been so many years that that they've been together. And also, like, I don't know, that picture of him with the little girl on top of him, and she taking the picture. I mean, it's like we have to be careful with our children. I mean, you have to be a little bit more. It's like, I don't know. When I was younger, my aunt told me one day that men, they're men. And they sit on your lap or something. Unfortunately,
well, I know
they
what
can
you're
get
saying,
aroused.
but let me ask you something though. Like, let's say
Yeah.
you have a daughter, and then you met some guy, and everything was great for a couple of years. Where at the point where you're calling, your daughter's calling him dad, and you totally trust that person. Wouldn't you, at some point, let him drive her to school or something? Like you wouldn't even think twice about it. But he could have been tricking you the whole time. See, that's the thing.
That's true. But the thing is that after seeing all those, To Catch a Predator, and all those grooming and everything that's going on with children, it's really difficult for, I mean, if I can take my child to school, I'll take her to school. Why do I have to call a man? I could call a friend of mine, a girl that can take her.
Oh yeah, but what if he was like a live-in person that you basically consider yourself a family? You wouldn't go, well, I don't trust you, so I'm going to call my friend. That would be weird. It probably, so.
But it's like I told you. We have to be vigilant. We have to, and that is the reason why your YouTube channel is bringing that up. Why Chris Jensen brought up the Catch of Predators, and why we have all these things of predators and how they groom people. We have to educate ourselves. We have to educate ourselves. Even sometimes their own father, molested children, their own child. So we have to be vigilant, because at the end of the day, when a child gets molested, that's it. They're scarred. They're scarred, and we have to try to prevent that from happening. That's why we have all these resources, so we can say, you know what, I'm going to take my daughter to school, okay? I'm going to take my daughter to school. You're my boyfriend and everything, but I don't know what happens when I'm not there, So, we just have to be a little bit more vigilant, and that is why we have all these resources. So things like this should not happen. And it wasn't even her living boyfriend anymore, or it was her ex. He went to pick her up. No. She has grandmother. She must have friends that can do the same thing, pick her up and take her to school. If we have to, knowing everything that's going on, we have to be more careful with our children. Because look, she's dead.
That's true, but I just gave you the scenario, and you said, oh yeah, I guess that would be different. So yes, of course, when you first meet somebody, and you're, maybe you should look a little bit more into them and things like that. But if you're already with them for 3 years and you've trusted, I'm just saying, I don't think you're considering how. I think even you, if you had been dating somebody for 3 years and they lived at your house and your kid called them dad, and you totally trusted them, and that you would let them drive to school. Because if you didn't let them drive to school, and you say, well, how come? And you go, well, I just don't trust you. I think you might do something. Okay, see you later. I mean, the guy would just take off if they were a normal person, right?
I know. But, unfortunately, we're not dealing with normal people anymore.
That's why. Well, here's what I think it sucks is
polluted.
Well, hold on a second. I think it sucks. Predators. I think it sucks for regular guys out there when you have somebody like this. All of a sudden, all of us, every guy out there, can't be trusted now. It's ridiculous. So there's just predators.
I'm going to tell you a scenario that happened with my kid. It wasn't anything sexual, but when he was a young boy, I had a boyfriend, and my boyfriend, did not, stay with him alone, never. It was, he would never stay alone. But one day, my son told his little friend on the phone that he's never met, that my boyfriend was beating him up. Was beating him up, and not to tell me anything. And so she called me, and she told me what happened. So I called his father, because his father and we have a great, friendship. And he also had a great friendship with this person that I was with as well, my baby's father. And so I told him what had happened, and he told me, Kathy, I really don't think that, I've never seen him with any bruises. He's never been alone with him. I'm like, this is weird. And so then finally at the end, my son was lying. He was just, telling that to his friend to get attention. But one of the reasons that we were very convinced that nothing had happened was because he had never been alone with my son. Never. Every time that my son was there, I was there. You understand? So, a lot of times children, they lie. They lie. That's
okay.
just,
all right. I gotta get to some other callers. But here, do this. Wait, do this for me though. Tell everybody to hit the subscribe button or the like button.
Absolutely.
No, tell them to hit the like button.
Subscribe to the button and let's keep the story alive and let's keep supporting the channel. Thank you for taking my call.
All right, thanks. Have a good one.
Take care.
All right,
Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye. Thanks for calling. Hey, everybody, hit the like button right now, okay? It's really simple. We've got 1,035 people watching with only 343 likes, okay? So here we go. Hit the like button, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, hit that like button, 40, 40, go ahead, 40, 50, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, hit that like button, 10, 20, it's the easiest damn thing in the world. You just pull out your finger and you press the button. Thank you. All right, so go ahead, Buttercup. Call in. It's ready to go. Just dial the number. Or is it Butter? What was it? Butter something? Hell, your chat's going by so fast. Buttercup, yeah, call it. Quit. Now that you're laughing, somebody else is going to call in instead. How do we know she did? Let's just. My opinion is that she wasn't aware. Okay, that's what. Hello.
Great.
Is this Buttercup?
Hi. Yes.
Well, turn down the audio in the background, though. Okay. You just have to use your phone.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Is that better? Okay. Hi. I can't believe I'm talking to you.
What's going on?
I'm such a fan. I am hearing your previous callers, but I don't know what I can add to it, all that. I am a single mom, and I raised 2 daughters, and there's no way any man could ever get near them. Ever.
Yeah.
I completely closed down my life when I got divorced, and I became the parent of these 2 girls, and I just wanted to say that. There's just no way. They're adults now, and they're gone, and now I can bring an asshole into my life, but no way.
Bring an asshole.
No way. No way.
Yeah, I think there's my mom was sort of like for let's see, she got divorced from my biological dad. It was just a total deadbeat, great artist, but terrible parent. And then let's see, so then I was probably like 7, 8, 9, then about 5, 6. She raised us all by herself, 3 kids, and went to school, night school, taught her, did everything, and then I think when I was like, I don't know, 12 or something, she started dating this guy, and then they ended up getting married, and he's still my dad today. But she didn't just. I never saw them go out. Like she never went on dates. Like when we really rarely. There was one guy she dated named Byard. He was this Hawaiian guy that was really young. He was like younger, maybe. He was probably like 29, and she was 39 or something. But he was so cool, but they didn't get married. Like she realized, like, it's just probably not the right thing or something. And then, but so she always thought of us first. It wasn't until she found
exactly. Like I of course was working, and I had plenty of men wanting to date me and everything, but I didn't. Well, I had come from a mom with a stepdad. There were 3 of us kids, and my father had been killed in a car accident when we were little, and she remarried, and he was the worst. So I never wanted a stepdad. That was like a big thing with me. So I guess it's just because that's what I learned, from growing up. But anyway, I would never, ever, when I hear these ladies now bringing their boyfriends into their children's lives, driving them to school, I just can't. I can't accept it.
Isn't that weird that there's 2 stories that are almost identical? Almost 3, really. I mean, yeah.
Madeline.
Cunningham, and then... and this one.
Audrey and Madeline.
Audrey in this case are almost identical. It's so wild.
And I had 2 girls. And it's just like, no way. I just don't know what these women think now. With meeting these men, even if, I don't know, Google their names. I don't know. Do something to make sure their little girls are okay. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry if I sound unacceptable of this behavior.
No, it's
right.
I think you sound normal.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous. It's there's no way. But anyway, it's unfortunate that the little Soto girl was just found yesterday. And God forbid. I just can't imagine. And they're saying the boyfriend did it.
Yeah, on taking her to school, just like the other one.
Of course. So did the other girl.
I mean, what's weird to me is
why
they're so stupid. It's almost like their sexual drive gets in the way of even having a brain. It's like, we all know that you took her to school and then she went missing on the way to school. Okay, you're the killer, you idiot. All right.
Where is Mom in the morning when they're driving them to school?
Well, she just.
I mean, isn't she home?
Well, the thing is Audrey Cunningham was in a bad situation, worse.
Right.
It was just different than this one. This one, there was this trust level in Madeline's case where it seemed like, okay, he's just a dad type figure, and he just makes a decision to do that. Where in Audrey Cunningham's case, she was just absolutely put in a horrendous living situation with her, I guess, the custody of her dad, and then you had this neighbor living out back. There was a friend with the dad who came in and said, "Oh, I'll give her a ride to school," and he turns out to be a predator.
Right.
Okay, so a little different scenario.
He's living in a trailer in the backyard with these horrendous tattoos of hate groups, right? I mean, he had all these hate groups. I saw Nancy Grace did a thing on it. And he was he had to have met him in prison. I believe the father had met him in prison, and he was cool with them and said, yeah, you can live in our trailer in our backyard. But, oh my God, I just can't imagine. Why wasn't she with her mom? Nancy Grace had her, the mother, on her show.
Yeah, I saw that.
But never asked the question.
Which one?
The hard question.
Like why?
Why wasn't Audrey with her?
Oh, because she did drugs. We already knew the answer. She was a.
Yeah.
Well, she got. I don't know, but why does she need to bring that up? Everybody already knew the answer to the question. She lost custody, but she seemed like she wanted to get back in her life. But.
Well, and she was in touch with this creepo in the backyard, in the trailer. I mean, I just feel so bad for these little girls. We don't know what they went through with their death. It's horrible. It's horrendous.
Mm-hmm.
It's horrendous. It's just so upsetting to me because I had 2 little girls, and God forbid I would kill anyone that would even think about it. I never put my girls in that situation.
Yeah.
Luckily, I had my mother to babysit. Okay, so that's a good thing. I had my mom to babysit my girls, but I mean, come on.
Yeah.
If I didn't,
All right. Well, listen. We got it. You wouldn't do it. All right. So I'm going to get the other people to call in, but
okay.
We got your sentiment. I think a lot of people probably agree with you.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you for answering.
All right,
okay.
Buttercup.
I'll
See?
talk to you later.
Hey, look at it. Wasn't that bad, was
Bye-bye.
it? It was easy, right?
It was. Yeah, it was cool. Thank you.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, have a good
Thank you.
All right, see
Okay,
ya.
bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, gonna have to do one of my public service announcements again, everybody. Well, after I do, I'm gonna have to hit pause here. I don't know how to turn it down. Oh, I have to do it. Hello, who's this? Gotta turn down the audio in the background. Yep, who's this?
This is Caligal.
Caligal?
Why am I hearing this reverberation?
I don't know. It sounds normal.
You hear it?
It sounds normal now, but there was a little bit of a...
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me see. Maybe I'll put some... Okay. Anyway, I think... Now, am I echoing?
No?
Okay. I think that this guy was extremely, extremely manipulative. I think that he was a narcissist in sheep's clothing, and he sucked the mother in. And look, he was grooming this girl from when she was 9.
Yeah, when
now
they
she's
first started
13.
dating. That's right, when they started dating. It's weird that he called her
Exactly.
stepdaughter, and then how could anybody be confused where the mom and everybody refers to him as boyfriend, but then he refers to as a stepdaughter, and then the police in the report said he was a stepdaughter. She was a stepdaughter.
Right.
So it's kind of confusing.
Right. Well, I think the mother, she may have been, a little out of it. Who knows? But I think that she did have an inkling, and maybe that's why they broke up. Who knows how many times they broke up? Maybe the daughter was trying to tell her, she wanted to move to the woods. No girl that age wants to live in the woods. Come on. That's a glaring sign right there for any mother. What's wrong? Why do you not want to live with me? And nobody asked the mother that question. Why do you think that she said that? They should have asked that question.
Why did she want to live in the woods?
Yeah, wouldn't you? If your daughter said that to you, you'd say, "Why, honey?
Yeah.
What's wrong with her?
Right, maybe.
What's going on?"
Yeah, maybe she wanted to live in the woods to get away from... move to a scary place into the woods to get away from a monster living in the house.
Right. Right. And I think he played the innocent, and, there was a thing on another channel from that stuff set or Reddit that said he was writing to somebody, and he said, your mom has a mental issue, she needs help. I think he was writing to the girl.
Uh-huh.
But I can't prove that or anything, but I think he was telling the girl that, your mom, she works a lot, she's not around, she can't play with you like I can. I mean, just sick. Really sick. But I was a single mom, I raised a daughter, and it's scary, the men that are out there, and I never let any guy live with me when my daughter was, until she was like 18, and even then I didn't.
Well,
you just can't. You can't trust them. You just can't trust them. So anyway, how are you doing?
Oh, not too bad. Not too bad.
Good.
How have you been doing?
Good. I am fantastic. I got a new lease on life down here in the sun.
Yeah.
The thing of it is that I was sick and tired of the Idaho guy. Cronenberg or whatever his name is. I've heard enough about him.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are sick of that one.
You've got it all figured out.
I always think it's interesting
to drew the house, for goodness sakes. It was like being there.
Yeah.
So I just got tired of listening to him. So.
That's where you've been? Because I was talking about him? Oh, man, that sucks. Oh, well.
I always turn you in every once in a while, but I found these court things. It's court cases, like back east, where people they're in court on Zoom. Oh my goodness, it's ridiculous. Kind of entertaining, but
you just watch it. You watch them on Zoom.
They have a lot of court trials on Zoom, and they are aired publicly, and they're crazy. People are crazy. The sovereign citizen thing. They try to tell the judge, "Oh, I'm not who I say I am or who you think I am." Oh, and a lot of Karens in court. Unbelievable. People are cracking up. I mean, they really are. They're going crazy. I don't know what's happening in the world. But anyway, do you have somebody else on the line? Because I can get off.
Well, nobody's calling in. I was just listening to you.
Oh,
so
okay.
How do you find out about these Zoom trials?
Just go to court trials on YouTube.
Oh, I mean they're YouTube.
Oh,
they're streaming YouTube channels. I see.
Yeah, they're streaming the court proceedings.
Oh, you mean like court TV?
And there's there's just one lawyer. I'll talk with Mike. I shouldn't say his name, but he's back in Chicago, and all he does is play these Zoom things, and he's got like 200,000 subscribers, and that's all he does. He doesn't.
Yeah, I'd be
does
bored.
A little commentary.
Just like you're bored of the Koberger case, I'd be bored stiff doing that. That would just bore the hell out of me.
You're so creative and artistic. You couldn't do it.
People do say I'm autistic.
He's a lawyer, so yeah, it's kind of lazy actually, but he's making money.
Well, I want to put work into what I do. So.
Exactly. No, exactly. But I just got tired of Cronenberger. I'm not saying it right.
Yeah, Koberger.
Koberger. But anyway. No, and I don't know if that's the other thing. People don't know about these little kids that are getting killed. I think Audrey was in the news a lot because, I don't know, maybe because the guy had swastikas and stuff and that upset people. This was not in the news much. I don't think it was. And this goes on every day. There's 300,000 kids missing every year that go missing and are never found. And it goes on every day. It's never in mainstream news because there's too many other things that we have to listen to,
Right.
Presidents and crap.
Yeah. So.
Anyway.
Well, hey.
So that's my 2 cents.
Well, send me an email anyways, though, right?
Okay. I will send you a long email. Yeah. I got a cat.
Oh, cool.
That's been taking up my time. So, anyway, I love your show. You know that.
Yeah, okay. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks for calling in. Good talking to you. All right, have a good one.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Yeah, you guys. So if you're out there, you guys know what we do on this channel, right? We've had this long 45-minute lull of zero support for the channel, and on this channel we actually make a difference, right? So what I was saying earlier, there's a lot of people that showed up after that, is every single night on this channel, the freaks support the channel with super chats, etc., right? And they support the channel with super chats, etc., and that allows me to make an income on the channel, and I donate a huge portion each month to various charities, thus making a difference as a channel, right? So we have this massive long lull here. So if you guys are out there and you're able to help support the channel, that would be awesome. Thank you. Not sure what the gig is here with 900 and something people, but pretty crazy. All right. So if you were just calling in, you can call back again, but I was in the middle of a sentence and I don't know there's no way to pause the ringing sound. All right. Yep, those are my dogs right there. This one right here is Blue, and he got really sick recently, but he's doing better now, and that's Chloe right there. You can never really tell exactly where she's pointed. But I know that when I say, hey everybody, can you help support the channel, it falls on deaf ears. So if somebody else out there wants to start a wave or something like that, that'd be great. Thank you. All right. And where's the Skype? I mean, we beat this on nights with 300 people. Okay. This is great. Who's this?
It's Valerie. How are you?
Hey, Valerie, what's going on?
Just sitting here watching your show.
Oh, yeah?
I've never called in before, but I really appreciate what you do, and I want to say that I'm concerned as well about women that put men before their children. I went through that as a child, and it's a nightmare. There are a lot of perverts out there, and women need to Google the guy at least, for God's sakes.
Well, it wouldn't have worked in this one because he didn't really have, I guess if you found one of his accounts on Reddit, you might have found something out, but he had no criminal history or anything.
I guarantee you he had victims.
Yeah, I bet you he's killed somebody else before. You don't just one day kill somebody when you're 37. I mean, he just.
Exactly.
I want to know who he was dating prior. If there's any girls missing from any place he was associated with in the past, I would look at all of that stuff.
Exactly. You're on it. I know from my history, and I'm a 57-year-old woman at this time, that growing up, perverts don't change. If there's a guy in the neighborhood that's weird, that does weird things, he's not going to change. It's never, I mean, even if he's not been arrested before, I'm sure he did things before.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's definitely, he's never been arrested for anything, but I bet you he's, the way he seems too skilled at grooming here with all these little things that he's into and stuff. Like, he's done this before, and he probably started dating her when he was like 34, so what was he doing when he was 29, 30, 31, 32?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It don't start at 34. I agree. It starts before then. There's something wrong, terribly wrong, in their head that makes them attracted to children, So I don't think that's fixable. I mean, my sister was married to a man that was that way, and it took years to convince her that this guy's weird. This is not normal. What he's doing is weird. And she finally did accept it and divorced him, but I'm sure that he had done things to people. And that I grew up in a rural area, and it was so common because my mother divorced when I was very young, said there wasn't a man in the house, and she was looking for love, and I can't tell you how many men didn't get involved with her to get to us, the girls, her children. I don't think people like that change. I think it starts somewhere when they're young. I don't think they ever change.
Yeah, well, I just think he's probably a habitual offender. I mean, he was assaulting her for 2 years with pictures on his camera. And you kind of wonder.
Ain't that heartbreaking?
What he would say.
What she went through.
Yeah, he must have been using like those little toys to, like, hey, I'll get you these toys. I don't know what. It's just crazy.
I expect it was attention. When you're a girl that age, and somebody is telling you you're beautiful, you're all this. They're not old enough to handle that. You know what I'm saying? And they take it. I think a lot of them are willing participants because they're young children that are being manipulated. It's not like they're beating them up and raping them; they're manipulating them. and telling them the things that they want to hear. Perhaps it's a child that isn't getting attention from her parents, or, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that attention, especially if you are with a single mother, when you get, when she gets involved with a man and you've not been with a father, you've not had that in your home, you don't know, and she's so focused on him that she's not seeing what's happening to you. And I even told my mother, and I was a bad guy, you know. I had to leave home at like 15 because she couldn't see that what they were doing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's sad. I think that women, exactly like your last caller said, women need to learn to, sure, if you want to have a relationship, you do that, but you don't drag your children into it until you know that person and you know everything about that person and you research that person before you expose them to your children. Because there are definitely a lot of men out there that are, there are a lot of good men in the world. I don't want to be a man hater, but there are men that are screwed up in the head.
No, there's definitely a bunch of those. A lot of them exist on the internet. They're the ones that show up on YouTube channels and say some of the most vile things you've ever seen. They probably are exactly like this guy. You know, it's crazy.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. It's so scary that people like that exist, but they always have. It's just we've reached a time that we, you know, when I was a kid in the 70s and things like that happened to you and you went to an adult and said, hey, this man's doing this or that, what did you do? What did you do to make him do that? Was the attitude in the area I grew up in North Carolina, in a rural area. And I wonder, isn't, you know, women for so long just took it. They just, you know, you keep your mouth shut about it and you just let them do whatever.
Yeah, I mean, women have come so far. You know, women are, you know, equals in everything. I mean, maybe not in like sporting events or something like that, but then, hey, the government jumped in and made it equal there too, so they put guys in the girls' events.
It is not. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, no, they put guys and let guys screw over girls again by putting them in the girls' events, the women's events. It's amazing. Yeah.
The whole world is gone nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
about
stupid.
So many things. I mean, anyway, I won't take up any more of your time. I do appreciate what you do.
Well, thank you.
I respect your intelligence and your approach to things and seeking out the truth and not just speculating, you know.
Yeah, I try to be reasonable. I take the facts in a case and then speculate reasonably based on those. And I don't just immediately assume somebody's guilty because they glanced in the opposite direction like I'm some super sleuthy body language expert, you know. So that's
you do the work. You do the work to understand the crime we're talking about, whatever it is, and I appreciate that.
And what's your name again? I got somebody.
Valerie.
Valerie.
Valerie Fan.
Do you
North Carolina.
Do you comment in the comments at all, or?
I usually don't. I usually watch you on the TV, so I don't bother with the comments.
Yeah. Get a bowl of popcorn out. Oh, what's he gonna say now? Oh, Jesus!
I just kind of watch. Yeah. But I started watching. I don't know if you remember, but I'm from near Fayetteville and Lumberton. You did
Lumberton. Yeah.
About the girls there, the women that
I might have to do that one again one of these days. That's such a crazy.
Nothing's happened there, and I don't think it ever will. The area's very corrupt. Lumberton's, you just don't. It's somewhere you don't go down certain roads. I mean, it's as bad as it gets in Lumberton.
Oh yeah.
And I'm sure one person did all 3 of those murders, and probably Abby, the girl that went missing. She was beautiful.
Abby Patterson.
Yes.
Well, that's the case. That's the case that made everything popular. But
because she was so beautiful.
I always thought it was so crazy. Well, what was crazy was
bad to say.
Yeah.
But the reason that these recent ones, Audrey and I can't even think of her name now, but the one just before that was also a stepfather, I guess, would be a way.
Well, Audrey was one before this one.
Yeah. Madeline.
Yeah, so it was Madeline's this one, and Audrey was the previous one.
Blue-eyed, blonde girls, and it's terrible, but it's true.
Yeah, look how big.
Got a blue-eyed blonde girl.
Like Summer Wells got really big. Remember that one?
Oh gosh, I wish there were answers there, don't you?
Yeah, I don't know. That one's kind of weird. I always thought that
it really is. I wonder, especially with the aunt. You know, her mother's sister had went missing in 2009.
Oh yeah, I don't associate that stuff. But
early 20s,
anyways,
she was.
Well, the other one I was going to say was what was crazy about the Lumberton one was Megan Oxendine, when two of her two friends when they were first 2 killed. She goes out on the street and interviews with the cops. Or not a cop, the reporter, and then she's found dead not too long after that down the street.
And now between that, Gray, her mother, she didn't live with her mother, but she visited. And the last visit she had, someone had abducted her and cut her hair off, and that was like a week before she was actually murdered, before she actually went missing.
I remember that
and
story.
And she wouldn't tell him.
Yeah.
Her mother did an interview and told that.
Wasn't that with me?
And she wouldn't tell him who did it.
I think she told me that in an interview.
Was it you?
I think so.
I know I heard it on YouTube.
Sounds right. Yeah. But anyways.
Anyway.
All right. Well, thanks for...
That sucked. The whole thing sucked. But yeah, thank you for what you do.
Well, thank you, and thank you for calling in. Appreciate it.
All right. Take it easy.
Yep, you too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, this is great. Who's this?
Hey, my name is George.
Your name is George? Is it really George? George?
It really is George.
All right. What's going on?
Well, I was listening to the show on YouTube, and I've got a little story I'd like to tell.
Okay, but what's the? I mean.
Well, I'm a male. I was sexually abused as a child, and I can, just kind of give my the reasons why I wanted to build a little fort or a hut or something in the woods to kind of escape where I was.
Like she wanted to go to the woods?
Yeah, I was avid on just spending a lot of time in the woods, just away from home and family, and we would build little tree forts and things like that to just kind of stay away from the environment. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. Like just sort of a safe place, kind of.
Yeah, a safe place. A safe place. A place where you could go, where you didn't have to deal with, things that were going on.
Yeah, exactly. Well.
So I wonder if that little girl might have felt the same way. I wonder if, because I know I felt that way. I know that I felt like, we moved around a lot, and everywhere we moved to, I would feel like I would want to go find a place, a safe place, a safe space.
Did they ever catch the guy or arrest the person? Or
it was actually my stepdad's father
oh, jeez.
that abused me and my brother.
Man, so what happened with that?
Well, we kept our mouth shut. We didn't say anything, and then he eventually passed away, and I'm just reaching out with my story.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, it's just, what a nightmare. But so he never had to face any justice for it or anything like that?
No, we didn't say anything. We stayed quiet. We were probably between 10 and, I'm going to say between 10 and 12.
And how did it affect your, I don't know, how old are you now?
Oh, I'm 56 now.
Well, so how did it affect your life throughout all those years?
Well, I'm a pretty strong person. I don't think it necessarily affected me terribly. I mean, I'm probably not as stable as I could be or should be, but I'm not a disaster either.
Yeah,
I've held a job for many years. I'm out of work right now because the place I used to work at closed down, but due to COVID and whatnot. But
yeah, so it sounds like you managed to get through it and succeed in life. But man, what a nightmare.
Oh yeah. You just have to, you just push it down and you just move forward.
So you think your mom, was she never aware or anything like that?
There was a time back in the maybe mid 80s, that I probably had said something to a friend who probably said something to another friend's mom, who probably did mention something to my mom, and I think she is aware. I think there's a lot of people that are aware, because I did kind of leak it out to some close people that probably felt like this is horrendous, and they went to some of my family and maybe told them, but they never quizzed me or I guess they were probably waiting for me to come out directly.
Yeah. Huh. Well, how about your brother? How's he doing?
He's fine. He went off into the Marines and went to this was all in Arkansas, by the way. Just in case you want to know.
Yeah.
This is Arkansas.
Well, that's
so he ended up being a school teacher, and he's very successful.
Oh, good. I'm glad you both were able to not have it ruin your lives, because it has for other people out there. But
no, it hasn't ruined my life. It hasn't ruined his life. It's just that it's easy. I just want to say that it's easy for children to get involved in situations that they shouldn't be involved in. And it's easy to overcome it too. It's, this happens to a lot of children who never speak out or say anything.
Yeah.
And I happen to be one that's very, very involved in this, in these 2 or 3 recent cases of these children, and it just breaks my heart to hear that these kids have died over.
Yeah,
over this.
Yeah, I mean these. Yeah, it's interesting. Do you think something could have happened to you had you threatened one of them? Let's say your stepdad's dad. Have you said, "I'm going to tell my mom," tell somebody? Do you think he would be violent and maybe have killed you or something like that?
I don't know. I don't. I just don't know. I don't recall him being. He wasn't a violent person. Now my stepdad was a violent person. I think if it would have came out on my stepdad's father, my stepdad could have done something because he was very violent. I was very physically abused by my stepdad.
Wow. I wonder if he knew.
So I think he did. I think at some point he did know. I think at some point it had come around to him that he did know.
Wow.
I had to leave Arkansas when I was about 17, and I mean he was chasing me around. I think trying to kill me, and I managed to get into these people's garage and hide out, and I think he was going to kill me.
Wow. Well, dang, George. I appreciate you calling in and telling your story, having the courage to call in. Absolutely crazy. I mean, I think people don't realize how many like pedophile predators there are out there. I think we on my channel, we've lately, I'd say in the last 2 years, have come to realize just there's this vast, massive number of pedophile predators out there.
Yeah. No, I'm sure there are.
Well,
I'm sure there is.
It's ridiculous how many. I
here about 15 years ago, I met this girl here in Houston. I live in Houston now, and I met this girl, and she had 2 daughters, and she was always concerned, about her daughters and a new guy and all that. And I assured her, I said, look, you don't have to worry about me messing with your daughters, and trust me, that's been the case ever since. And that's, because I lived through that. I know what predators and pedophiles and stuff like that, and I knew that I wasn't one. I knew that I wasn't one of those. But thank God she was, or met me, or instead of somebody else, or, because her daughters were always safe around me.
Yeah.
And they still are.
Well,
so, there is a lot of guys out there that are good fellas that will love and take care of and do the best for those married-in daughters.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think every time something like this happens, it's like, hey, everybody, you can't trust guys anymore. It's just,
right.
No, there's some psychos.
No, and I'm one of those guys that she could trust, and I had gone through this. I was a perfect suspect of probably being one of these people that doesn't do the right thing.
Right, because you had it happened to you, so therefore you're going to become one, right?
I'm just more aware of it. I'm more aware of it, more conscientious of what this is about.
Right.
Probably more so than the average person who's listening to your show.
I wouldn't doubt
that these things have never happened to.
Yeah, no, I think I've had like an attempt with me like a couple different times. Like one car pulled up to me while I was walking, and they said, "Get in the car!" And I didn't even know who these people were, and I just ran like a bullet. And another time I was being driven home in a van when I was like 11 or 12 after basketball practice, and the guy dropped everybody off, and I was the last one in there, and I said, "Okay, I live here," and he just kept driving. And I was right there, and I had my hand on the door, and then eventually he just turned around and drove me home and didn't really say anything. But I always what was he doing? It made me nervous.
Right.
Something might have happened there.
Right.
Yeah. So those are just, I don't know what was going to happen because I never went through it, but I always felt like something would have had I got in that car, or that person in the van didn't want to let me drive me home, I guess.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I think a lot of kids have had a lot of spooks and scares and things like that.
Yep. Thankfully.
But this case in Livingston, Texas, this is not far from where I live, and that really touched my heart pretty good. And then the episode in Florida, that broke my heart too, because that guy's even a bigger monster. Yeah, they're both monsters.
Yeah, I think they're this. I mean, this one had more trust than the other one. The other one's like the classic predator. This one is the groomer, sort of getting into a family that had a kid, grooming the child, and then eventually killed the child. I think there must have been something that happened that I think maybe he got her pregnant or something, because...
Well, that's what they're saying. I mean, that's what
Who's saying that?
We're hearing that, but we'll see.
That's just my opinion. I came up with it the other day.
Wait for the autopsy reports and stuff.
Yeah, it might not be, but it just seems like it's weird that he was with her for 2 years and then all of a sudden he kills her. So something changed, the dynamic, right there at the end.
Right. Exactly.
So.
Exactly.
All right. Well, hey, George, thank you very much for calling in and sharing your story. Sorry you had to go through that. Sounds like a nightmare. But you came out.
Well, it was, but I mean, it was so long ago. I mean, so many good things have happened to me since then that...
Yeah, well, I appreciate you still calling in to tell the story, though.
It's a part of a little piece of life, especially, up in rural Arkansas. So
that's right. All right.
All
right, well...
All right, well, thanks for listening to my story.
Yeah, well, take care of yourself. Right, have a good one.
All right, you too.
Bye. Wow, that was crazy. Thanks for calling in, George, with that. Tell you what, let's see. How do we make it so we can get this goal going up there? How about if we get to 300, I'll donate $100 to a charity. Here we go. Hello, this is Gray.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, man, I was like, this is the first time that I've followed your show or whatever, but man, the stuff that's going on, man, is deeper than what everybody's saying. It's a spiritual, it's spiritual. I try to tell people that.
Can you turn down your audio in the background? You got to turn down whatever that is that's playing the show in the background. Just use your phone.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
You can hear me now?
Yep.
All right. So it's a spiritual thing, man. America turned their back on God. We kicked God out of the schools. Now we got kids killing kids in school with guns. Mm-hmm. You got America allowing all this LBGT and all this other stuff going on.
Don't forget the invasion on the border. Basically, we're just being
everything, man. I mean, the girl that just got killed in Georgia, Lake and Riley, by the illegal immigrant. I mean, it's just crazy. And this thing that's happened in Florida is really upsetting, But my opinion on it and my thoughts on it is that the mom had to know something. She just didn't either believe her daughter, and she took the guy's side on it. But
yeah, I don't know if that, I don't think it has
going on without
her
knowing.
It's hard to say, because the dad could have gained the trust of the girl of Madeline herself and gave her these toys and gifts and said, hey, but if you ever say anything, I won't be able to buy these gifts. That's what he was doing. He was grooming her, like the classic grooming. So we're gonna have to wait and see what the investigation says. I'm not going to pin something on the mom. I don't really see any. To be honest with you, I don't see anything that's glaring like, oh my God, she had to have known or something. So let's just wait and see what the reality is. It wouldn't shock me if she somehow knew something, but we don't know.
I mean, because she said in the interview, if you listen to that interview,
yeah, we've heard it like
she said we dropped.
I knew you were going to say the we. I knew you were going to say the we thing, but about 1 second later, she said he dropped her off. Like literally 20 seconds later, he said he dropped her off at school. He didn't say we. And a lot of times we say we, like I say we on my channel a lot because I feel like we're all part of a team. Like when I say, Yeah, man, we did that live stream the other day. Well, was it really we did that live stream, or was it really just me that did the live stream? But I'm including everybody in the we, because we're part of a team. So maybe when she said, yeah, we dropped her off at school, because it's like they're just a team, and then 1 minute later she goes, well, yeah, he dropped him off at school. He dropped her off at school, right? So I don't know, you know. I can't really say about the rest of the stuff that you were saying. I agree with that. I just think our moral fabric of our society has absolutely been degraded to a point where, you know, we're just in a bad place right now.
We are, man, and you know, I was talking to some more people about the incident. You know that, you know, sometimes the lie is like less, you know, than the truth. You know, the situation that happened up in Colorado, in Frederick, Colorado, to Shanann and her 3 kids. You know, everybody that is going through that. I mean, you know, that's awful. It was really disgusting, you know, what happened to that family. And, you know, and he's in prison or whatever.
I'm glad you didn't say his name, because we actually have a no Chris Watts zone in here, because it's one of the most boring, it's one of the most boring, ridiculous cases there ever was, but everybody talked about it for 2 years, even though it was solved within it was solved in 4 days, you know. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, is that, you know, they drug that on and drug it on, man, and it was just crazy. And, you know, but the situation with Madeline and with Lakin and, you know, and with all these other females that are getting killed and molested all through the United States, you know, nobody, you know, if anybody's to blame, and I mean this because I read the Bible, I believe God, I believe, you know, that Jesus Christ is the answer. The church, the people that are saying that they're the church, the Christians, the ones that are saying that, yeah, when Jesus comes back, they're ready to go. This falls at their doorstep, man. You know, because United States has went downhill in the last 10 years. But people are saying that the United States is in the greatest revival ever. And that's not true. It can't be true.
It's
because if you go back into history and you look at it, man, anywhere that there was a true revival, there was a withholding and there was a stopping of crime. There was a stopping of demonic oppression. You know,
well, what's weird is that, what's strange is there's stuff out there that worked that, you know, I don't know what the deal, like, you know, for example, in New York, they used to have something called stop and frisk, right? Where they would just stop people and get the guns off the street, and it absolutely diminished murders and violent crimes dramatically. But then somebody goes, oh, it's racist, and then all of a sudden, boom, it's right back again, and it's worse. So it's like, how do you fix something? Because everybody's going to claim, you know, for political reasons something. It's just, why don't we just...
It is.
I don't know. I'm so frustrated.
That's where I'm from. Yeah. I'm from Brooklyn, New York.
I've been there.
And I'm going to tell you, they have totally destroyed New York with the illegal immigrants, man. Like, they have... It's trashed. Man, you got these immigrants that are killing and fighting cops. They're breaking into stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
They raping women on the sidewalks out in public, man. Like, this ain't nothing done like in abandoned buildings or nothing. They're doing it on the streets, man. They're doing this in broad daylight on the streets. They just snatching people up and just doing whatever they want to, just stabbing them. And all of that, you don't see none of that on the news, man.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is the border is the easiest thing in the world to fix. And by the way, when people like, you know, the governor of Florida and the governor of Texas ship immigrants to places like New York, etc., that's because they declared themselves sanctuary cities. And why should Florida and New York shoulder all of the burden for a policy by the President of the United States who's allowing people to just pour over the borders? Why should they have to keep them all? So I think what they're doing is they ship them out, and then the rest of the country can see what a nightmare it is. And I think it's smart and it's the right thing to do. Not, oh, they're used as political pawns. No, the rest of the country needs to see. You remember when they shipped, DeSantis shipped, like, I don't know, 200 immigrants on a plane to Martha's Vineyard? And people go, they go, oh, you're just doing that for political reasons. No, what it's doing is, and they got shipped out of there within 24 hours. They got the National Guard in there, boom, they're out of there. And these are the same people that are always claiming how they would love to take care of the immigrants. We're so open here. But as soon as they got a taste of them, they showed up. Boy, they got the hell out of there in 5 minutes in this really rich area. You know? There's just hypocrites everywhere.
Them Democrats, man, and even Republicans too, man. They don't care about me and you. That's bullshit. That's a lie when they get on TV and say that, man. They don't care about us at all. They give a rat's ass about us, man. We just another pawn. You know, we just don't matter anymore. But you know, a lot of people don't want to face the facts. Is that we're no longer a free country, man. You know what I'm saying? We aren't, because they slowly took away our rights and our freedoms, and they took it away so discreetly that people don't even worry about it or even realize that it's gone. About the gun thing, you know. They allowed all the mass shootings and stuff, and there's no doubt that a lot of that stuff is paid, and people are paid to do that crap, so they can get these laws passed to slowly take away our weapons. Oh, well, we need to stop this, we need to stop that, so give your weapons up. Then you ain't got no way to fight back against a corrupt government that is already standing there. You know what I'm saying? And people don't want to hear that. They don't understand that. Well, it'll stop. No, it won't. Like, what are you going to do when somebody comes to kill your family? When somebody comes to hurt you and your wife or your daughter or your son? What you going to do to protect yourself?
Yeah, well, I would suggest to get armed.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, that's the reality, everybody. Take classes, learn how to use them, and just be ready to go, because this is getting stupid.
But I mean, it's sad though, man. It's sad that these kids are suffering and they're going through, you know. But like, once again, like I said before, it's on the church, man. It's on these people that know what to do and is not doing it. Mm-hmm. And the devil has invaded the church ranks so much, man. You know, the guy before me was talking about how he was sexually abused and all of that, mm-hmm. You know, and I feel bad about that, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to be real demonic and sick to molest somebody, male or female. But, you know, it's happening in the churches like crazy. You know, some of these mega church people, you know, they just got caught up in a lot of sex. T.D. Jakes, you know, one of the biggest preachers in the United States, him and another guy, like they already been caught in sex scandals, having sex with different men and kids, and it's just sick, man. It's just a sick world, sick nation that we live in, and we need some help, and the help is going to come from above. It's not going to come from down here. It's going to come from people fasting and praying and crying out against the evil of this nation. That's the only way we're going to get our nation back. And I'm not sure that the Lord is going to allow the nation to come back. I think that we turned our backs on God, and God has took his hand off of us the same way he did the nation of Israel not too long ago. Mm-hmm. You know, he let them, you know, he let foreign countries come and invade them because they refused to humble themselves and fast and pray and seek his face. And you know, I think time is running out on America. I think that you can save your family, you can individually save one another, but I think the country as a whole, I think God has really took his hand off of America through the corruption and kicking him out of the, you know, the courthouses and
hopefully we can get
schoolhouses.
Hopefully we can get it back to normal. But I got other people that want to call in about this case and everything, but I appreciate all your thoughts.
Tangent, man,
well, I know. I go off on tangents all the time, and I get in trouble by wackos in the comments that go, "Gosh, Gray, I didn't come here to listen to your thoughts on politics." You know, it's like, I just want to say what I think right now. Can you listen for 30 seconds?
Channel, right?
Just listen for a goddamn second.
People's crazy, man. People's crazy. But for the Madeline Soto family, like, I hope her mom, I hope her mom wasn't involved in it, and and I hope that, I hope they throw, man, they need to really, they really need to crack his skull, though, man, for what he did. I don't know too much about the Florida law. Are they a execution state, or is they against that?
Florida? Oh yeah, they're definitely execution. They're like Texas kind of. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's good, and that's exactly what he needs. Like, they don't need to drag it out. They just need to go on and just go on and what is their method of execution there?
Hopefully something that hurts. You know what I mean?
I know it don't need to be quick, man.
I don't like the ones that are like they're too like they just go to sleep. Are you kidding me? Why don't we? Here's what it should be. They should get the same punishment as they did to their victims. So whatever they did to the victims, they have a machine that does the same types of things.
Right.
So
right.
let them suffer
the mother
too.
Ain't involved, like the mothers of the kids, these females. Like, they are because in the Philippines, I think it's the Philippines and another country, they allow the victim of rape to castrate them. That would be a good thing for them to start doing over here. I guarantee you, if you do a live, you wouldn't let kids watch it, but if you do a live castration and say, look, this is what's going to happen when y'all touch little kids. God. This is what's going to happen when you rape a female.
Nobody would do it.
I think that would stop a lot of it.
No, it would. I mean, that's what, like Singapore, they're the most peaceful, great. They're an amazing country with everything, healthcare, everything. But if you do something like you sell drugs or do something like that, you get like executed. I mean, they don't even let you either do things the right way or you're toast. But you know what? It's like knowing that something horrible will happen to you live that everybody would see would make it so that you wouldn't want to do these things. That's why, I mean, but, we're a free country and we try to do things a certain way, and it's just, and then I don't want to become one of those countries like the Middle East where there's public beheadings and things like that. I mean, it's just not really, I don't know. That's not my thing. I don't know. I'd rather just have a machine behind the scenes do something where they're not pleasantly dying. These people are barbarians, So.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. Just go to sleep and your heart stops. Like, nah, man, nah.
Yeah, I mean, have you ever had how old are you?
It's supposed to be real painful and stuff like that.
Well, right. How old are you?
I'm 44.
Okay, you haven't had a colonoscopy yet, right? So when you get a colonoscopy, you go in there and they stick the needle in, and this is what it's like. Hey, we're about ready to begin. We're done. I mean, it's like there is nothing in the middle. Like, you're just out cold in like the blink of an eye, and you wake up in a blink of an eye, and you don't know what the hell happened. And I don't want the death penalty to be that simple for somebody. If they're out there killing, like a serial killer, killing a whole bunch of people, torturing them, and they just get to pleasantly die, I mean, it just seems ridiculous to me.
Yeah, and all these idiots that's got them groups and stuff that fight against that. Oh, it's inhumane. Well, what about the ones that they did it to? You know what I'm saying? Right. It wasn't inhumane for them to cut up and dismember and rape and torture all these people, but y'all all of a sudden got a soft heart because.
Yeah. Well, there was this guy this other day that. They tried to find his vein like 7 or 8 times, and they couldn't find it, so then they go, well, we're canceling the execution. Why didn't they just pull a pistol out from underneath the bed at that point and go, okay, good night? It's like, what, the guy didn't get executed now because he couldn't find a vein? The guy's a freaking monster. He's a serial killer, you idiots,
That's like what I read that they did in South Carolina. They stopped the execution because the chemical that they used in the lethal injection was said to cause too much pain. Did you hear about that?
I think it's like, oh, poor guy, Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah, like poor guy. He killed five. I think he killed like 6 people. Oh, but poor guy, and one of them was his mom.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, poor guy. I don't want. We would hate for him to suffer longer.
Yeah.
Than needed. It's crazy, man.
Yeah. But anyways, we got a whole bunch of people trying to call in. But hey, what was your name again?
Oh, my name's Chris, man. Nice to meet you, bro.
Yeah, that was cool. That was an awesome call. Call in again sometime.
Yeah, man. Enjoy. I'm gonna subscribe to your channel, man. You have a good night.
Oh, you too. Thanks a lot, man. Have a good one. Bye.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, there we go. Oh, jeez. I'm not sure what happened there, but thanks, Chris. That was a cool. I like those kind of calls, but everybody, you get the whiners that show up. I thought this was about the, and those are just trolls, really. Who shows up to somebody's channel and even types that in? All those little beeping sound. You guys keep hearing that bling, bling. All right, who's calling in next? Ding, 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 ding. Oh, and by the way, thank you up there to Pebs W, Kim Christian, Lisa Wilkerson, Lois Vanderwood. Hope I said that right. Leaf Lover, Allison Faye. That's as far as I can scroll up on this window over here. But thank you guys for supporting the channel. Check back in at the end of the month and you'll see what we did. We just donated $3,700 last month out of the income from the channel. If you want to be on a channel that actually makes a difference and doesn't just go, hey everybody, now look at this. See how this image lines up with the face of this? It looks like a cracker that was a... Yeah, we do make a difference. Well, the caller's not on the phone anymore, Terry. Let's see. $3K good man, huh? Yeah, 3,700. Whoever cries about these, and 4,000 the month before. This last month wasn't as good as the month prior. Yeah, you should call. I liked Chris's call, It'd be cool if you called in again sometime. Or older, it sounds like. Anyways, you guys aren't typing now, so... Is this when we start ending the show? Because the typing has just died. You guys aren't saying anything. You got 10 seconds to type something and we're just going to end it. 5, 4, 3. This is Gray.
My tablet.
Hey, what's going on, Gray?
Hey. Is this
hey,
D&K? Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah. I know you know my voice good enough by now.
Yeah.
Well, what have you been up to, man?
Oh, just doing a show, What's going on with
you? It's crazy. You can't trust anybody these days.
No. It's weird. There's 3 cases in the last, week that are with little kids with the parent at home or whatever, the guardian or whoever was taking care of them kills them. I mean, it's just wild.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yep. So what did you have to say? You're too really quiet. You called me, man. You called me.
But it's thankfully that we never had to leave our kids with anybody because Sarah had them.
Mm-hmm.
But it's scary because you hear it everywhere. And it's not just significant others. It's the school. It's everywhere. Everywhere you go, there's predators. There was not too long ago, my daughter and her friend and my youngest son were walking through Walmart. And on the way out, the greeter told my daughter's friend to lift her shirt up in a sexual way. And he didn't think it was caught on camera, and he was terminated. So it's just, there's people like that everywhere, and it's
wow.
Like you said, it's like it creates it so they don't have a brain. These people don't think. They're sick.
Yeah, I mean, I think we have so many more. Well, first of all, there's more people living now than before, but it just feels like there's more of these people. Like they feel more emboldened to act out horribly. I don't know what the deal is. It's strange, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just all over the place.
Or you'll see the people that, go and they touch people at stores. That seems to be going on a lot now. It's that they don't, they have no fear of getting in trouble. I don't know what it is. It's scary, though. We're living in a scary time.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
It's not good. So are you still doing you're working on a show or movie right this minute, or?
Not right this minute, no. Thankfully, I have a little bit of time off.
Well, not this second, but like, I mean, earlier today, or is it just you're off?
No. I don't have anything for the next 2 weeks, so unless something comes up in the meanwhile, but.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. But I figured I'd just call in and say hi to you.
Yeah, well, it's always good hearing from you. One of these days we'll have to get an update on your other situation, but who knows when that'll be.
Yeah, I'll be able to talk about that sooner. It's so the other case is going to trial in the next month, and what's kind of going on with my situation. Yeah. But I'll be able to talk about that after.
Are you going to go to? Are you going to go to that trial?
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right.
So I'm testifying, so I'm one of the witnesses.
Okay. Well, maybe you can. I mean, what should we do? Should we do some updates during it, or I mean, is it going to be on TV or anything, or how's that going to work?
Yeah, I'll come on after.
Is it televised
I'll be there every day,
anywhere?
So I can update you if you want.
Okay. Is it televised anywhere? Or?
I don't know if it's going to be televised or not because of the nature of the case.
Yeah.
I know they're trying to get it televised. There's a couple people I know who are trying to get it, but they haven't ruled on it yet. Okay. So we should know in the next week.
Yeah, so maybe you can, I don't know, maybe call in every day and give us an update. I think that's one.
Yeah, no, I will.
Sort of interested in back then. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely will.
Yeah, I'll have to do like an update on it at some point, just to say, here, this is a case that he's going to call in about.
Yeah.
Is that okay? All right.
Sounds good, bro.
Wow. Well, hey, thanks for calling in, Derek.
All right, man. No problem.
Say hello to the wife. All right.
I will.
All right. Have a good one. See you.
All right. Thanks, Greg.
All right. Bye. Derek from D&K Reck. They're called something Live Free or Die now. That's probably the wife typing in there. Yeah, they've gone through some crazy stuff themselves lately, so we'll have to go over that at some point. All right, you guys, we are at 273.23 right now. If we get to 300, I'll donate 5 memberships, okay? And also, if you're out there, consider becoming a channel member. All right, become a channel member, and you get the use of the emojis. And that revenue is also part of the income for the channel. That also helps support the channel and the revenue that I use to send money into places like NCMEC, Texas EquiSearch, RAIN, our DNA fund, and our scholarship fund. So there you go. And we're only 26.77 short. Who's going to do it? I know it's me saying it again, so it might be somebody else that has to say it. All right, here we go. That one just sort of hung up. I didn't even touch it. You know that video from earlier? You know how many views that thing has? 48,000. I mean, that's just insane. 48,200. And that was just, now it's 48,600. That was just a minute ago when I was looking at it. That's wild. Come on, you guys, let's go. this is great. Got to turn down the audio in the background. Ah, Jesus. Covered by a subscription. All right, where is it? Come on, you guys. You guys are ridiculous. Man, 900 people. We can't even... Unreal. On a night when we usually have 200 to 300, we always get to the goal. All right, let's get the... I'm not sure what's going on with the calls. Oh, look at that. We're almost there. Nicole B. and Judy Grandstrand. Is that your real last name? That's a cool name. Grandstrand. Almost like grandstand. We're almost there. We're almost there. We are just a few dollars short now. And then I'll donate 5 memberships, which... What are you typing in there, Danielle? What is that? Is that the join button, or what is that? Let's see. Call in. It was just the interview that I did. Well, he called into the show, and I mainly just let him talk. And a lot of times when I'm doing interviews, I have to monitor the chat too, so I missed a couple things. And whoa, look at that. Lisa Wilkerson blew us way over that. So now I'm going to get out there and just a second. So if you're out there, make sure to go up to the top of the screen and make yourself available for gifted memberships. All right. And we're going to go do that right now. Oh wait, I could have done it back there. Shoot. All right, just a second.
Searching for a reliable used sedan?
Whoa!
Shop the...
Got an ad. Membership gifting. And here we go. We're doing 5 right now. And there you go. Boom. So who's going to get them? Look at that. Deborah Lamartiniere. Deborah Lamartiniere and Rad Story and Lake Erie 58 and Judy Grandstrand. Look at that. Look at that. Right away. And also, who got the 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Nicole B. There you go. Look at that. And thank you, Wonder Woman. Get us out from under. Wonder Woman. Nicole B. and EDM Summer and Lisa Wilkerson. I'll have to turn that on. Maybe I can catch your cat eye. I just turned the Streamlabs audio on. Let's see if it caught some of those. Anyways, thank you guys. And a lot of people are wondering, gosh, you're trying to actively get the super chat. Yeah, because it's hard work to do what I do on this channel on a daily basis to be able to raise the funds to be able to do what we're doing. Well, look at that. Look at there's Jay Case in there. Did you get my email, Jay? I sent you an email. Plus, I mentioned you on the show. I don't know, I understand what you were saying, but you misread that situation. All right. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, we've given $182,000 since January 2020. How much money do you think other channels have given? And the answer is 0, okay, on a lot of them. So I think it's important to try to give back and make a difference out there, Anyways, thanks, Jay. Appreciate it. Kim Berger gifted a membership to Shenru. Hey, look at that. Jay Cases came through. That one will be for Lisa Wilkerson
Shout out
too.
to the courageous
Okay.
callers. You're very strong, tenacious, and I appreciate hearing from you. Thanks, Hoosie and Freaks.
Yeah, so we'll just put that event behind us, Jay, because I wasn't referring to you. Just letting you know, okay? I don't know how, if you go back and watch that show and listen to it, you'll see. I don't want to, I don't want to offend you specifically. I don't know. It's just, anyways. Kim Berger just gifted one, and thank you. The phone lines are still open. If anybody wants to call in, this has been a pretty interesting night. I was hoping to have some other people that knew Stephan, the whack job, to call in. I think that would have been pretty cool. Oh, there goes my stomach. In the apartment, and video showed him loading her in a car. I don't know. I'm sort of liking the later shows where people call in. Don't you guys like them? So I'm thinking of later doing maybe I try to more regularly do like a 2-hour show at 5 or something, and then you come back on at like 9 o'clock my time for a couple hours, then it's like 11 or 12 or something. It's kind of fun. It's like Art Bell, a little bit like Art Bell late at night, talking about crazy stuff. That's why we got to get this one right here. Alright, here we go. From the green forests of the Pacific Northwest, I bid you all good evening, or good morning as the case may be. Tonight, we'll be talking about why we haven't been back to the moon for 50 years with our guest Richard C. Hoagland. Yeah. That's right, Detective Wisdom. Thank you. Alright, anyways. Who doesn't like that music right there? It's awesome. Hey, welcome, No Mercy. Very cool, very cool. Way past my bedtime. What do you think, JK? Should we do these later shows? Welcome to Sweet Caroline. All right. I miss Art Bell. He started doing ones where he was like on the radio using the internet or something. He did that for a year, and then all of a sudden he passed away. Yeah, it was frustrating for me because he took too many years off. George Norrie is terrible. I think George Norrie is absolutely god awful compared to Art Bell is one of the best radio voices and personalities that has ever lived. He was incredible. Well, there you go. Little later shows. And that music was, yeah, it's cool music. I've actually played that music we were just playing for 3 hours straight at times. It just keeps going, and I'm just working on something. It just kind of keeps me going. Well, thanks, Lillian Gale. And thanks you for your PayPal earlier. Oh, somebody sent me another screenshot of one of his Reddit comments. So you want to take a look at that? And if anybody finds one that we didn't go over, feel free to send it to me. So here it is right here. Let me turn this music down. It says, I don't know what it says up above. Let's see. AITA for thinking my husband was sexualizing our daughter. And he said, like YTA, absolutely 110%. Go back to therapy, please. Imagine how it would feel to be treated like a monster constantly without the benefit of the doubt, without having even given you a reason to, simply because you had a bad experience with someone else. He shouldn't have to defend himself all the time from your accusations and misplaced suspicions. Stop projecting your father's horrible actions onto your innocent husband. Oh man. So he's trying to make it other people, don't blame them, so he can, he's trying to almost groom other adults, Stop projecting your father's horrible actions onto your innocent husband. They are not the same person. All men are not automatically... Well, we were actually talking about this earlier, but he is a predator, right? We were talking about how all guys aren't bad. And here he is saying the same thing, but he is one of those people. All men are not automatically predators and lurking monsters. This is 6 months ago, by the way. He said that this year. Or, August or something. JFC, we get enough of that treatment from random Karens out in the world. We don't need it from the people we love and trust, whom should love and trust us too. Oh, God. Just imagine and this was sent to me by Romeo's Heart. This was, think how ridiculous this is right here. Are you kidding me? You miss Art Bell too? From the high desert in the great American Southwest. I bid you all good evening or good morning, as the case may be. From Pahrump, Nevada. Yeah. Wow, he was so great, Art Bell, man. I remember I'd turn him on at like 10 o'clock at night, and I'd want to go to bed pretty quick, but there's no chance, man. And he was so great at lingering on. And we'll talk to that guest right after this break. Then you come back from the break and he spends 15 minutes resetting it again. Then a commercial break. And then finally you get back. It was just... But he just had you on the hook every single time, man. And there's a guy named Phil Hendry. He does voices like like Mary Lou. What do you mean, Gray? Oh, I'm sorry, Mary Lou. This is great.
Hey, it's Ivan Victor. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, it's Ivan Victor, everybody. What's going on?
How's it going, man? Well, I just been enjoying your coverage of this. I was really happy that we got some insight before, we sort of had learned about these social media posts from, what was it, Chance?
Mm-hmm.
Or Chase, his roommate, old roommate, because all of these social media posts just sort of
back up what he was saying.
Clarify exactly what he was talking about.
Right.
What gets me is that, when you think of somebody who is able to manipulate adults very well, or at a high level, consistent level, there's usually a quality about them that's somewhat impressive, whether it be looks, whether it be their job, whether it be having a slick tongue, something like that. This guy doesn't seem to have any of those things. There's nothing impressive about him from what we've seen. Like, it just baffles me how that happened. It just.
Well, he was just some.
Maybe it's easy to say that in hindsight, but
he's just a predator. That probably made him. Well, that probably made him easier to be a predator because he's just sort of a random nothingness.
I just don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know. There's so many out there, though. That's the thing.
I seem to have a bad connection.
Oh.
I my problem. I'm first on my end. I'm sorry about that.
But, well, I can hear you.
I don't know if you heard what I said, but I just don't get how anybody could be fooled by such an obvious, low-life, unimpressive doofus. So,
well, he probably found somebody that needed, was just happy to have a guy like him, and was just sort of trusted him, and he used her, and probably she doesn't seem like she's really, I don't know how to say it nicely, like she doesn't seem like she's incredibly, like she's not a nuclear scientist or anything like that. So he just used her, and he used her, gave her love to get to his goal, which was her child, and he groomed the child over time, and had been successful in his grooming for 2 years because he has the photographs on his phone. See? Yeah, it's crazy. Are you there? Oh.
Yes, sir. And so what I also am sort of awaiting is, as many in the chat have said before, this behavior doesn't start at whatever age this creep is. I feel like we are going to be getting, maybe they won't come forward, but I feel there are many more in this guy's history because, as everybody has pointed out, people like this don't wake up this way when they're in their 30s. And so whether it was a gradual from, even appropriate age relationships where he just did something that wasn't, appropriate, or said something through comments in inappropriate moments, anything like that. Like I have a feeling that there are many more, even as his little roommate pointed out, like, when he's 20 years old, dating a 14-year-old. And I think there's many more like that in his history. And who knows if we'll ever find out, but that's just my 2 cents, I guess.
Yeah, no, that's what we were saying earlier, that he probably has a bunch of people in his past. I would check every single person that he dated that had children and any place that he worked, and try to figure out if there's any missing children that are anywhere near any place he's ever been. And I mean children below the age of 13. That's what I would be doing. This guy, to one day be up there and start killing, actually literally kill somebody, and then dump their body.
Any woman that he spent any considerable amount of time with has something that either felt wrong, or he did wrong, or he said wrong. Something to that effect. That's what I would guess. That anybody who spent any amount of time with him at all, probably, even if it's just in hindsight, can attest to. But I don't know. I'm breaking up. I'm sorry. It's coming in and out.
Okay.
Thanks for taking the call.
All right,
we'll talk later.
All right, see you. Bye. Well, he sounded pretty clear. I don't know what was going on his end. But. What are the dogs doing? Oh, man. Look at that lazy. Put a 1 if Chloe's one of the cutest dogs you've ever seen. I mean, just like, technically. I mean, it's ridiculous. Like, even if you don't like dogs, like that right there, she's ridiculous. And Blue's cute too, but he's not like, she's just, like, you can't say that she isn't. Yeah. Chloe! Let me see if you can hear me. Chloe! No. Probably the TV's on in there. And Blue's back there. They're both on that one bed. They just absolutely love those beds. You know what? I still don't know where these beds came from. Somebody sent us a blue one and a pink one, and there was no name on it, and I've never been able to thank them for it. Who sent the beds? Yes, I am Gray Hughes Investigates, but I'm not a psychic, okay? I'm not a psychic. Now, she loves to play, too. Like, she just get up and just If I walked in there, she would jump up immediately and start, do you want me to walk in there and, I mean, well, the show's almost over anyway. It's 2 hours and 30 minutes. I can go in there for a second. All right, just a second. Here, let's play that music that people don't like. And by the way, would you guys hit that like button if you haven't hit it yet? Thanks. All right, here we go. Well, oh, look at Blue. It's like, hey, he looks great right there. Look at that shot. Man, he's had some good moments up there. He doesn't, sometimes he's too old now. He doesn't like, if you play with him too much, he's like, argh. Look at that. Look at that face. I got to screen grab that. It's perfect. Look at that. That's a good one there. He looks so perfect right there. Hey, by the way, do you think Blue can hear very well? Look at that. Ah, boy, those dogs, they're so put upon, Oh, there's Chloe. Hey, you took my spot. He's like, get the... Look at her. She just squished right back over you. I should have a channel just for these guys. I mean, it seems like people would just... I could sit here and watch them all day if I had it. Just put them up on a screen and... Look at them. Ah, yeah. Ah, yeah. Okay, let me just sit right in here. You don't mind, Blue, do you? Okay. It'd be more like...
You don't mind me sitting right here, Blue, do you?
I don't know. I'm tired, Chloe. You're sitting right on my face, though.
Ah, that's okay. I like it here.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I recommend everybody see. I've told this story before, but there's a lot of different people watching. I never wanted to have a Chihuahua. Okay, my wife said, "Hey, everybody, somebody at work, or hey, Gray, somebody at work, they have a Chihuahua. They're never at home, and they feel bad, and they need to give it up to somebody." And she goes, "How about we bring it home?" Because we had we didn't have a dog at the time. So I was like, oh, jeez, a Chihuahua? Are you kidding me? And I said, okay, all right, okay. So they brought him over, and he ran right into the house, jumped up in my lap, put his head right under my chin, and just sort of laid in there. I mean, I said, we'll take him. Like literally within 30 seconds. And he's been the best dog I've ever had. Chloe's really cute and bubbly, but Blue is just, he's amazing. Really smart. I mean, Blue's actually played soccer. You know, like I've told people, we have a hallway and we have a ball, and he would stand in the middle, and my wife would be on one end of the hall, and I'd be on the other end, a little short hall, and we kicked this ball, and he'd try to block it, right? And then if he'd catch it, he'd take both of his paws and push the ball back to the person. I mean, that seems a little extra, doesn't it? Like, that's weird. A little strange, I thought. He got in my lap and just jumped up, and he was like, tucked his head right underneath here. I think that was like 11 years ago. He's like 12 or 13. He looks pretty good for that age, but we had kind of a scare for all the new people here about, gosh, I don't know, a month ago maybe, about a month ago. He was, he's got congestive heart failure, but he had all this liquid built up in his lungs. I didn't really know what was going on. He could hardly breathe. And so we had him on like this one medicine just for the heart failure. But what he really needed was the diuretic to get rid of the liquid. So we took him to the emergency room at Dove Lewis, and they just put him right in front of the line. Like, there was 50 people there. They just took him right back because he was struggling to breathe. And, before we left, he was already feeling better. And then, the next day, he was on that Lasix stuff, and man, just it was like he still coughs a little bit, but he is totally almost back to normal. It's crazy. And he's a dog, so he doesn't know anything, so it doesn't mentally drain him or anything. But yeah, it was pretty crazy. So here he is. He's hanging out. His breathing rate's nice and slow, like it's supposed to be. It's like 28 or 9. It was up to 80. He was like, and he wasn't getting a lot of oxygen. His gums were kind of blue looking. I don't know, Zozo, but we were just talking about Blue at the time. Let's see. Oh, let's see. Yeah, that LASIK stuff is good stuff. Yeah. Yeah. How long did you get him on LASIK? How long did he live after that? Oh yeah, that's a Halloween picture. Yeah, I've seen other pictures of him when he's young, This guy, Jesus, what a great Halloween picture. Jesus. Oh yeah? Those are pretty good with they have like the blue eyes, right? Those Siberian Huskies. He just wants to sleep, Chloe. Leave him alone, all right? He does seem a little more tired now, a lot of times. He's always been a napper, though. It's not really that weird. Let's see. Alright, I'm going to close this down over here. Task manager. Everything. Turn off. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that, Peter. Yeah, well, I think it's a good chance that my theory will be correct that this monster got Madeline pregnant. I know it's just, I'm not trying to start a rumor, it's just a theory that I have based on somebody that was successful for 2 years, and then something changed in the dynamic that the person felt desperate enough to kill the person. Right? If she wasn't pregnant or anything like that, he could just go, she's making this up, she's making this up. Or convince her some way, doing his little grooming things with the... But if she is pregnant, there's no out, and he's trapped, and that's when these people will sometimes snap and do stuff like that. But it could just be that that's what he does, you know. We'll have to go see if there's anything in his past. No. Yeah, those black labs are pretty smart. Possibly pregnant, yeah. Alright. Anyways, man, today's been a long day, so I think I'm gonna wrap it up. You guys have anything else you want to talk about, or... I've already turned off the phones. He is stretched out. He looks pretty comfortable. Like I said, those beds right there, those are amazing. I wish they should make the same one for humans. It's also a wide angle lens, so it makes things look, she's not that far away from him. She's like 1.5 feet. You know, sort of like the image of Travis Alexander where his foot's really tiny in the background. Huh? No, remember, people hate my mouth. What are you talking about? They go, oh God, what's that little black thing that goes around? And come on. I know, yeah, it's weird. Let me. What does it show? How many views do you see on that video, Jay? I think it got hit some weird slot. I don't know what happened, but what does it show to you? For the public, what is your public view? I'll show you what the actual views is behind the scenes. Tell me what it says. Yeah, birthing hips. It's not quite as bad, Ivan, right? Tell me what it says. Okay, here's what the real number is. Look at. Or let me get to the other screen. So the real number is 51,000 right there, with getting 4,000 an hour. It was up to 9 up here, and then 404 subscribers from the video. Is that crazy or what? I mean, that's that number there. I rarely get anything. Good videos over a few weeks at times will get 30,000. I mean, to get that many views in 8 hours is pretty crazy. 7.5 hours. That's about 7,000 an hour average, right? So, anyways, pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. 10 times more than usual. Because normally I put out a video and I get... First day it gets 7,000 and maybe 10 after that. Yeah, but I think it was just... It was weird too because I wanted to put it out and it was the mere fact that my haircut got delayed. I was on my way there and she goes, can you come back later? And I go, okay, cool. So I went home quickly and I finally finished it and uploaded it. Weird. Serendipity, as it were. She loses like it's possible. She looks like a... Are you talking about the one where she's blowing out candles? Or I haven't seen... Look her in the pic prior to Monday. The birthday picture. She loses like it's possible. Or looks like it? Is that what you mean? Did you guys quit chatting? Like it just... J cases 41,000 still the last word on... Oh, he wrote it up above and then again. Yeah, well, it says 51 in real life. That's the real number behind the scene. So tomorrow morning when you wake up, it'll catch up to it. What's been lagging? I don't know. Oh, chat is? Oh. I don't know, it's kind of frustrating that a lot of videos that I make, people just go, yeah. And I put a lot of time into them, and they make sense, you know. Instead of, they're not conspiracy theories, they're not crazy things, they're just thinking through the case and putting it together. But people don't like that most of the time. They want to do conspiracy or... Well, that doesn't look like he's 14 in that picture. Okay, so thank you to Chris became a new member. I wonder if that was the one that called in. And Far K, a new member. And then Juniper Tarot and Astrology. Tammy Lee's been here for 29 months. Thank you. Spencer B. Rhoda A. Tawny Lee. Kathy Chapin. No for show. Lisa Valenzuela, 12 months. Caligal 3. Caligal 3, she called in. Teresa Frost. Been a member for a month. Pancakes for 4 months. Amberella, a new member. Wise Child, Caligal 3 again. Deco Trash. Dana 1972. Half Rudder. Kit. Morier. Then Morier again. Caligal 3. Live Free or Die. Buttercup 203. Rhonda A. Mayflowers. Live Free or Die. That's D&K Reck. Alley Cake. Peter. Amber Ella. KM. Gummo 16 months. Cuckoo Bananas 30. Amber Maiden. Gummo. Siobane. Pancakes. Darlene Wolf. Wise Child. Carrie. Amber E. Allison Faye, a new member. Allison Faye, Super Chat. Leaf Lover. Lois Vander. It's probably more like Vandervood. Isn't the W a V sound too? But then there's a V, so I'm not sure. And then Lisa Wilkerson. Kim Christian. Pebs W. Nicole B. Judy Grandstrand. And Pebs W said, I hope this helps. Stay safe, my friend. Algae Bloom Queen. I haven't seen her for a while, though. Judy Grandstrand. EDM Summer. Nicole B. Wonder Woman. Get us out from under. Wonder Woman. Remember that? And then I gifted 5 memberships. Wool Lab. Kim Berger. Detective Wisdom. Kim Berger gifted a membership, and then No Mercy became a new member, and Callie Gal 3 said she really missed Art Bell. There you go. Yep. I think we'll hear some more stuff Zozo myself. I mean, there's so much out there. I think it's going to inspire somebody to come forward and tell a story. This guy's, he's a monster. Oh yeah, that's right. Michelle Traconis was found guilty on all charges. I already knew that, I just forgot to bring it up. We were covering that, but you guys weren't really interested in covering that on a nightly basis. I could tell. Nope, never listened to that. Yeah, you didn't watch it though, Danielle. I know you didn't. Let's see. So we've got, it was Claudia Neubauer is one that she was following the whole thing, and she let me know. Let's see. So many showers of support. I don't want to spread rumors. Perhaps she's just put on some weight. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that I could see anything at a Christmas birthday party. You know, I'm just saying. All I was saying is, when I brought up the theory yesterday, I said, why did he kill? Because after we read the arrest warrant, you realize that he was successful for 2 years, and he had something in place where she wouldn't say anything, obviously, and then he kills her. So something happened. You know, he might have told her something like, you know, I feel like I might be pregnant or something, and he just goes, oh God, because there's no out. What does he do? Take her to her doctor? Then a doctor goes, oh, well, we need to talk to the mom. Okay, well, how'd she get pregnant? You know, there's no out for him. So that's not the only thing, but it's the strongest motivator for a person like that to kill. Because he might have been able to figure out a way to get out of it if it was just like, I'm going to tell on you. No, I don't think the telling on is strong enough. I think he figured out how. It could be, though, his techniques that he was using with the gifts and everything quit working, and then he realized he can't keep her quiet. Or just knew that now that she's older or something, maybe she'll become more free to say what she says and might tell on him at some point. Either way, something changed right at the end. And I guess we'll find out. I would be like, wow, okay, that was right, if it's true. But, you know, I mean, the odds are probably it's not that, but that's just what I think is the biggest motivator for somebody like that. What do you guys think? Mm-hmm. All right. Well, boy, that chat's just really zipping by tonight. I have to rewind, yep. All right. Thanks, everybody, for being here tonight. Appreciate all your support and getting us to the goal and then some. And then we also gifted 5 memberships. We had a bunch of new members, a bunch of new subscribers from the video that was put out earlier. It was just a consolidation of the interview with what was his name? Chase, right? I didn't put his name in there. I think he said it. And I don't think I was the greatest interviewer in that one. I was just listening, he just talked and said everything. So it was hard to come up with something earth-shattering. I mean, I wanted to say, hey, did you have some, do stuff with him on your own with him, and how did he act then, and how was he with women, stuff like that. But I mean, I did ask those things. I thought he just said everything on his own, so it wasn't really like you had to ask great questions or anything. Well, cool, Jody. Yeah, you get the those emojis. Oh yeah, that's what it was. The chat was put in slow-mo, and we had a lot of people that he copped slack. I don't think we know what that means. Oh yeah, you mean he got... Yeah, I thought it was ridiculous. I said at the beginning of the show that people in the chat of that video that are trashing him for calling in and that he didn't do something back then are absolute morons, okay? All right, I'm just going to say it. If it makes you embarrassed, I'm unsubscribing then, you bastard, then get the hell out of here. All this guy did was call in to try to add some context to a case, and we don't need the judgment from a bunch of you holier than thou, virtue signaling jackasses, okay? Nobody cares. You're not better than anybody. All right? That's not true, Gray. This one time when I don't care, okay? I don't give two craps. Yeah, people should just be upset that there's a monster out there and be thankful that somebody called in to give you extra context, instead of pretending that you're so much more virtuous. You look like a bunch of idiots when you do that. All right? Yeah, I just tell the truth. I say what I think here, so, and I won't change my mind on that. I won't care if somebody goes, gosh, Gray, I was one of the people that criticized. I just think he should have called and said, said something. And I'm going to unsubscribe. I'll say, don't let the door hit you on the ass on the way out, because I don't care. Do you understand? All right. I'm glad to lose somebody who thinks like you. All right. Oh, thanks, Mona. I love all you freaks. You guys are awesome. I come in here, I see a lot of the same freaks every single night. I think it's awesome. What happened this time? Who are you talking to, Nicole? I wasn't responding to you. What did you say? I wasn't even reading your... What did you say? Nicole? You talking to me? I didn't even see anything that you wrote. I'm your spirit animal? Awesome. All right. Moot. What does that mean, Kevin? And that's what I love about Grace so much. He doesn't cater to those. Yeah, I don't do that. It's not fun. I'm not PC. I don't say unalived. I don't say, I just use the actual words. Okay, yeah, I didn't read any of your comments though, Nicole, so. That's not what I was responding to, Nicole. I was talking about the people who bitched at the video that I just made where I put out the interview, or not the interview, the guy that called in. I made a video on that, and people in the chat were trashing that guy. That's what I was talking about. Did you mishear what I said? Or they were trashing him, the roommate. It was ridiculous. It's like these people come in there and they have nothing to... Oh my God, okay, I can't trash this guy, so let me trash him. Okay, well, who were you talking to when you said, you asked me what I think, then don't read my comment? Oh, then I don't read your comment. Oh. Well, the comments go by really fast. I think he pulled an Adam Montgomery when she tried to stop him. Stop him from doing what? Maybe just type it in again, Nicole. I mean, I'm not sitting there reading. I'm not waiting for your comments to pop up. Yeah, let's see. It's just weird. That's just... I agree, Zozo. Man, it's... God. Anything else? I saw your comment. I saw your comment now. I saw it. Okay, glad I did see it though now. I don't know, when you say an Adam Montgomery, how does it similar to Adam Montgomery? I don't understand that part. But she looked, oh wait, that wasn't her. Now I can't find, there it is. You asked me a question. Da, da, da. I think you pulled an Adam Montgomery when she tried to stop him. So you think she tried to stop him from doing something? What the hell are you talking about? I'm glad to be undead. Every time I see your face, I always think you're an emoji. 8675309 is an absolute emoji. Right? She comes in, she has a face with a palm print on it. Yeah, he did. They said that they believe that he killed her early in the morning. You feel under alive? You are an emoji. Look at that. A palm print on the face. I hope you get to keep that dog somehow. 8675309. You can't find, because it just reminded me so much of Jeannie, to be honest with you. The way that the one looked that you just brought home, I was like, God, is that Jeannie reincarnate? Look at that. Yeah. Yeah. What do you mean she tried to stop him and he... I don't think so, because she's not saying that. She tried to stop him and he may have beat her. That doesn't make any sense to me. It just doesn't make any sense to me at all. Yeah, that just doesn't make any sense regarding the facts of the case. You're leaving it out. You're wanting it to sound like Montgomery, so you're making it sound like that, because definitely there's no facts that make it sound like she tried to stop him. She would have been saying something like, well, he drove away, he was doing something and I tried to stop him. Or are you saying, who are you referring to when you say she tried to stop him? Are you talking about Madeline tried to stop him from doing something to her, and then he killed her, and then he put her... Yeah, okay, I could see that. Gotta write really clear sentences here. Yeah, that was cool. I mean, it's not the greatest video in the world. I mean, I thought it was interesting, though, to see... I think that is Madeline inside the reflection of the glasses, right? Yeah, okay, that makes sense, Nicole B, if you're saying that. Yeah, what you should say is, I think Madeline tried to stop him from abusing her, and he killed her, and he put her in her car and drove away. Yeah, I definitely could see that being something. Although, it's a little, I mean, it seems like he just would have tried to... Killing her for that seems different. I think there was something that happened that made him feel trapped. He couldn't get out of, and he knew that he was going to get in trouble. So that's where I'm at. But that's definitely a possibility. The killing was caught on video? I don't think they said that. He said that they could see her in the car caught on video, but they don't believe she was alive in that shot. So she was probably sitting up, but her head was probably against the window. I mean, this guy's no genius. Although, he was probably, unfortunately, trying to do like a Weekend at Bernie's type of thing where, hey, it looks like he's driving her around. She's in the car, you know? So he dropped her off, everybody, because, wow. But she wasn't even alive, but he had her propped up. I don't think they said they saw that, had the video of the body being slid in. Where did you hear that? I didn't see any of that, even in that press conference. I don't remember them saying they showed him sliding the body in the car or anything. I might have missed it, though. I could... Somebody needs to get the link for memberships in there. Isn't it up there? I guess Jody needs to have the link for memberships. Welcome, Linda. All right. So it was just, okay, so it wasn't, you're saying that they show her in the car dead while she's driving, not that they show her being put into the car. That would be a different level there. Oh, okay. Man, I'm losing my ability to understand girl code, or I'm just totally lost on some of this conversation here. And by the way, that's a real thing out there, right? Women can communicate with other women by just a couple words or just some sort of a glance or something, and it all makes sense. And the guys are sitting around just going, what in the hell did you just say? We have no idea, right? And that's why we have the girl code emoji in here. Let's see. Now I need to go find what? Where they said you can see him being slid in? Now she's saying she's going to go try to find it. Oh, God. Your girl code is real. It's amazing. Okay. Yeah. Like, you guys can go like this. Ooglak. Oh, yeah, I'll be there tomorrow at 7. Okay, great. And we're like, what is ooglak? What does that even mean? What are you talking about? Yeah, it didn't make sense to me at all. Well, it did make sense. I just was thinking she was talking about the mom. Like, she tried to stop him. But yeah, that was just... I should have probably immediately realized she was talking about Madeline. But it's so much easier just to be more precise in commenting. Like, I'll look at the comments underneath the video, and it says something like, yes, under the comments. Like, I did a live stream, and somebody just types yes as a comment underneath a live stream video comment section. And I'm like, yes to what? What are you talking about? I probably asked 47,000 questions during the show. How would I know what yes you're referring to? With other women with a look. Yeah, exactly. Hire Mrs. Hughes to come in for training. She can't do it. I'm worried that a mom might know more. Maybe. I mean, it might be, sure, but I don't know. I think this guy was pretty slick and tricked her. Probably did all the right things, and he knew he was getting away with stuff for a couple of years. So he was probably even a greater presence at home, acting like he was so concerned and helpful because he was successful for at least 2 years there. I wonder how that worked if they broke up. He must have been incredibly paranoid, wondering if she might say something at some point. I'd like to know more about that. Why does it sound like they're broken up at some point, and etc.? I want to know the timing of this. To the apartment complex with Madeline visible, right, in the car, right. That's right. Yeah, we all knew that part, yeah. But somebody said you could see her being slid into the car. Yeah, that's not, we already knew that you could see her in the car, yeah. Oh, the interview? Yeah, it was pretty crazy, wasn't it? Let's see how many views it has now. I bet you... Let's see, what was it at? What does it say for you guys out there? All right, we went over the 119,000 subscribers, so that's good.
And that man has been...
That's an ad there. 52,800. Not bad, not bad. 52.5. Yeah, it's 52.8. So now it's catching up. The video and, it's slowing down. Like it was 9,000 views an hour. Now it's only 3,781. But that's just crazy anyways. I mean, there's a lot of times I put a video out and it gets maybe 800 views an hour, or 1,000, 1,500 the first hour, 1,200 the second hour, and it just goes boom. But this one started off sort of slow, and then it just, I looked up there, one time it was 10,000 an hour. It was crazy. Hey, thanks, Nicole. And I probably should have been able to figure out what you were saying. People were talking about the mom, so I figured you were referring to that. I know. Well, I could do the other one that we have here. Here, listen to this one. That one goes with the emoji, this one right here. So you put that emoji out and then you go. Right there, see? Bridget Bauman. Did I wake you up? Were you sleeping? Hey, thanks, Ginger's Keys. Upgraded membership to Oogla Boogla Freak. Thank you. Oh, yeah. What was the one? I have a picture of that. Is that the one you sent me, Zozo? There's a picture of an arm. Like, just sitting there crystal clear that was chopped off of somebody in a bush. It's crazy. I'm not sure where that was, but you sent that to me earlier. I was looking at that going, who took that picture? Normally they don't put stuff like that out. It's like this arm with tattoos on it, and it's just cut off right above the bicep. And it looks like the thumb was cut off too. Did they show that picture too, Zozo? Send me that one. Got to put it in the same folder. Mom was lovey-dovey on video? I never saw her look lovey-dovey. Oh, okay. But they showed the one of the arm. I mean, that was kind of weird that they put that out there, don't you think? Normally they keep that stuff blurred out or hidden. It's crystal clear. But if you look at the picture closely, it looks like his thumb was cut off or something as well. All right. Anyways, thanks to everybody for being here tonight. A lot of crazy stuff going on out there. We'll keep doing this one on Get Updates. See if we can get any new information by tomorrow. Maybe we'll do another show similarly. It's kind of fun having people call in and talk about their stories, or at least it's interesting. I don't know if fun is the right word. I mean, it's entertaining, interesting. Hey, there's Jody Cherry is a freak. All right. Yep, there they are. They're still alive. Okay, anyways. Thank you guys for being here today, and thank you all for helping make that video that I put out earlier today successful. Very cool. Thank you for all the new subscribers and all of the new channel members. And make sure to be checking out at the end of the month, and you'll see all the great things that we do with a large portion of the income from the channel. Right, last month we gave $600 to the Abby and Libby Ballpark, $600 to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. I think it was $1,500, I think, to the DNA Fund. I believe $500 to our scholarship fund, and then also we sent $500 to RAIN, which is Violence Against Women. There you go. Hey, thanks Ginger Keys, and welcome Animata. Hey, are you an animator? I do 3D animation myself. Well, thanks, Lillian. And thank you, Jam. All right. So anyways, we'll see you guys later. Good to see you back in here, J Case. I hope you read my email. I wasn't talking to you. Hopefully you actually get that. All right. So thank you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow. But welcome all the new members. That's really cool. Appreciate it. And if you subscribe to the channel, make sure to hit the notification bell. Like you hit the subscribe button and then the notification bell and all videos. All right. Awesome. Okay. Well, we'll see you guys tomorrow. And as I always say, until next time, be safe out there. And a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a...
Hey, Gray, that was a cool show, dude.
For quite a while I know. Now. Thanks, man. Thanks. And during this whole time, I have not seen one person that is a crime dissector, plug rejector. I'm a certified human lie detector. Oh, well, your super chat came in after, right? Oh, wait, did it even show up in here? Hold on a second. I gotta go look at something. Because I went through. Yours isn't in... Well, let me show you. I'll show you. Hold on. Here, look at this. I'm going to pause the show just to make Jay feel better. All right. So here it is. All right. So this is my little screen here. And when you go up here and you scroll down, like, see, you're sort of near the end, right? Watch this. It doesn't show up in there. See that? Unless maybe I scrolled over. Yeah, see, look at that. Right there, and then new members. There's no, it doesn't show up on the screen. So I just go through and read them all. See that? I think I got it because the number popped up on there, but I don't see it in the. And as a matter of fact, the other, wasn't there another? Well, geez, somebody else sent 50 and 2, and both of those aren't showing up on here. See that though? They're not in there. See that? Is that crazy or what? Anyway, sorry about that. At least I thank you at the time though. Alright, so thank you, JCase2 and whoever else was out there that sent in a super chat that I just didn't happen to name because it wasn't on the final screen for some unknown reason. That has happened before though. Alright. Okay, thanks everybody. We'll see you guys later. And be safe out there. Yeah, I've been doing this true crime thing for quite a while now. And during this whole time, I have not seen one person that is a crime dissector, plug rejector. I'm a certified human lie detector. Gonna get ya on a stretcher if you try and play me like an old
projector. Crime sector is my nectar. Professor Gray is gonna be
another lecture. Crime collector, freak
connector.
And I'm always gonna
You're so mean, 8675309. You're so mean to everybody.
And I'm
meaner than a spectre with a vector
on his pector. With all respect, y'all, just remember I've a temple fucking checked ya.
I have no agenda. I'm no attender.
And I'll
serve it to you straight without the blender. And in the end,
I'm gonna send ya on a mission to reveal the true offender. Yeah, so I'll just get right back to work. All right, everybody. Talk to you. Also, yeah, thank you to all the people who called in tonight. They're really interesting calls. You know, somebody called in and told us about them being abused. Other call, you know, just a lot of really interesting callers. So thank you all very much. And it's not really that bad, is it? Right? It's not terrible. I know it's weird, but it's not that bad. All right.
Hey, great. Just let everybody go to sleep.
I'm trying to. This is how I'm ending the show.
Good night, everybody. Jay.
Oh, Mary Lou. Oh, boy.